Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to the live streams in general on this channel. It has been quite some time between this one and our last one. It's been quite a bit of extra time between this one and our last Crusader Kings 3-1. We completely had to skip past Royal Court, for which I'm still a little bummed, but folks, with Fate of Iberia now having released, we are diving right back into Crusader Kings 3, bringing it back as a regular feature on the channel. It's good to be back to streaming again. It's been very exciting. Looking forward to this date. Ever since Fate of Iberia was kind of announced and we got the release date, I was like, all right, cool. This means I'll have to skip Royal Court because it's too late for that now, but at least I have a set start date for our next Crusader Kings 3 playthrough, and I'm very excited to dive in. I threw a vote up on the community tab of the channel. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen it there as well. I updated it on Discord as well. So if you're not following me on Twitter, or if you're not in the Discord, links to both of those are in the description down below. !social in chat. We'll bring those links up as well. But I threw a poll out to see which playthrough sounded more interesting to folks, and by a fairly large margin, it was like, I think it was like 66% of folks voted for, well, the title you're seeing today, Basque-King in Glory. I might have stacked the vote a little accidentally by having one of my favorite puns I think I've made in a very long time as the title for this option, Basque-King in Glory. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very pleased with that one. I might have inadvertently stacked things by mistake there, but that is the playthrough we're doing, and I'm going to explain exactly what that means. It is going to be I think it's quite a challenging playthrough, and I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being a very short playthrough as a result. But very quickly, folks, before we dive into all that, I want to give a warm welcome to all of y'all hanging out in chat. Glad you can make it. It is wild. We got nearly 100 people hanging out in chat already. Thank you so much for joining in. I want to give, again, a warm welcome to Jazzy B. I see you were responding to Patrick Dwayne, but unfortunately, YouTube live stream chat, when the stream actually begins, it like clears the prior chat history. So I'm not sure who spoke before Jazzy B's first message there, but hopefully I'll see you in chat down the line. If I haven't, then just, feel free to shout me out. But Jazzy B, an India Day, we got Minnie Merles, we got Seamus SS, we got Patrick Scatley. Again, if I butcher any pronunciations, folks, I do apologize. Feel free to correct me. Karenina, Collar, Zataki, Liz Purr, AK Lacer, Minnie Merles again, Zuka Dragon, Classified, Santiago Madero, Kevin Wallace, Mr. Spinax, 6X Lord, Spindle, we got Thies Madsen, we got Dennis Cruz, we got Sarko, Chibi Cosplay, we have Bella, Alice Swan, Cullen, Conrado C, Commander Tarkin, Sean Scheitel, Second Rook, Noradrenaline, oh Lord, Sarko, Matthew Elbley. This is fantastic. It's great to see so many familiar names and faces and profile pictures, as well as new names and faces and profile pictures. Hope you all are having a good time so far. I swear I'll be quick about this. We got Nisarg Patel, we've got Dominic Belland, we have MK Lenok, we got Doro Tordai, we have Tom Sai, we got Anis Beloui, we have Ashwadan Deharia, we have Silver Wolvers. We've got, oh my goodness, we've got Wickles, we've got, okay, JDHS, I believe we agreed, I was allowed to shorten it to that, Baris Karazakis, Ted Knight, Saptarshi Chanda. Absolutely beautiful to see so many of y'all coming through. I hope y'all are having a most wonderful start to your June. I cannot believe it is June. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your weeks as well. Folks, with such a lovely crowd, let us not waste any more time. Let's get this party started, shall we? Ted Knight rejoining as a knight. Thank you very much, folks. Again, throw up those flags, throw up those banners, throw up those E's to give a warm welcome to Ted Knight, our returning member, our returning knight. Thank you very much, buddy. Again, and as always, that stuff really helps support the channel, especially through the rather rockier patch these last handful of months have been. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate it greatly. And as I said, though, yes, let's go ahead and get this party started. So the Basque-King, what are we doing here? Now, there are a couple of options to play as a Basque culture leader, but if you saw that community post, I had something very particular in mind. And in fact, if you saw my 5 great starts suggestions for Fate of Iberia, you'll already be a little familiar with the approach we're going to take. We're actually going to be starting in West Francia. Now, the Fate of Iberia DLC deals very specifically with what's going on in the peninsula right now with the ongoing conflict. However, even though primarily you want to start in the Iberian Peninsula to be kind of involved literally and, metaphorically speaking in the conflict right from the beginning, you are able to start outside of the peninsula and get involved. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be playing as the Duke of Gascogne. So Duke Anso III the Terrible of Gascogne is an interesting figure. So historically speaking, first of all, I think it's interesting to know that Anso, if memory serves me correctly, is the sort of Basque variant of the name Sancho. There are a few different variants of Sancho, and Anso is one of them. So I thought that was interesting. Duke Anso III the Terrible is also known as Duke Sancho III Mitara by Muslim counterparts to the south. Mitara meaning terrible. And there's another name he's known by as well. It's slipping my mind right now. But he's a rather interesting individual because we don't know too much about him. We're not super familiar with his lineage or legacy, but we do know that he was involved in the Reconquista, and we also know that under his line, Gascogne became kind of independent from Frankish kings. Not, from my understanding, not literally independent, but functionally independent. And so we're going to try and recreate that using game mechanics. We're going to actually push for independence, though, because that's how it translates here. But one of the first things we're going to do is actually get into the Iberian Peninsula and get involved. And I'm going to explain exactly how that works and what that means for us as we hit... well, first of all, let's go ahead and make sure we are in Iron Man mode. I do have a couple of mods, so we're not going to be, getting achievements, but having Iron Man on just makes it easier about, saving and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and apply that, and I'll let you know what mods I'm using as well. It's not too many, it's just a few, but I think it'll make things a bit more interesting. But for now, let's go ahead and start, and yeah, that name makes sense to me. All right, so first things first, find it interesting, you might find it interesting too, Gascogne is called Gascogne as a sort of evolution of the word Vascogne. Vascogne becomes Gascogne. There's a few different ways it's referred to as well, depending on your history and your culture and your language. But why is it called? Why is it a reference to Vascogne? Well, because it is a reference to the kingdom of Old Vascogne, which is this region over here. You can see highlighted in yellow. We are going to try and recreate the kingdom of Vascogne, which will allow us to champion the faith of the country, Basque, which is an old pagan faith called Era Zarak. Now, this faith, as you can see, has a few holy sites in the region. Two of them one we start in control of. There are two more that we'll gain as we sort of expand southwards, and there are two further that would basically require us to take all of the Iberian Peninsula. So my plan is to establish the Empire of Gascogne. We'll get involved in the situation in the Iberian Peninsula. We'll end the situation, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at that for a quick second. If I go over here, you can see the Iberian struggle. We'll look to actually end it using Gasconian dominance. And after doing that, we will be able to create the Empire of Hispania, but we'll go ahead and rename that to the Empire of Gascogne, or perhaps the Empire of Vascogne, to, call back to our traditions. A lot of our playthroughs have been about old faiths and calling back to tradition and stuff like that. I've started to notice a bit of a pattern. But that is sort of the rough plan. In order to do that, we will have to push for independence from the Kingdom of West Francia. Some of you might be thinking, well, why don't I just get a claim on the Kingdom of Navarra? And that is something that crossed my mind once I can befriend Pope Nicolaus, and I can try and get a claim over here. But if I do that, then I'm no longer the Duke of Gascogne. I'm no longer the eventual king of Vascogne. I'm the king of Navarra, and that's not who we are. So added challenge is going to be actually getting independence from the king of West Francia. So it's gonna be a challenging run. It'll see us again push for independence, get the peninsula, and try and end the struggle. I hope that sounds interesting to all of y'all. Let me know. I got my eyes on chat. Sorry, that was a long ramble and rant to explain what the plan is for this playthrough. Just as a heads up as well, we are also using the Royal Court DLC. However, we will not have access to a royal court until we get to king tier, which will hopefully not take too long. But we are using that DLC as well, so we'll be able to explore things like, I was going to say antiques because of the antiquarian. What's it called? The things that you can have. Oh my goodness, what are they called? Artifacts. Thank you. Jeez, my mind, my mind is a bit fuzzy right now. But yeah, so we're going to be diving into all that stuff as well. And with regards to the mods I'm using, again, I'm only using a few mods. I'm using the barbershop mod, which again allows us to customize ourselves. You guys might be familiar with this mod, right? So we can do that. I'm also using 2 other mods. One which should make marriages a bit more interesting. It's called, I believe, expanded weddings or expanded marriages. I've not used it before, but it sounds very interesting and it's very well reviewed, so I'm curious to see how that plays out. And I'm also using the prisoner mod that I've talked about a couple of times, where when you get prisoners, you don't automatically have them in your dungeon. They have to be transported to your dungeon, much like loot is when you're raiding. As a tribal, like as a Viking or whatever, if you're raiding, you have to bring the loot back to your own territory. That's what applies to prisoners with this mod as well. And the reason why I wanted to use that mod for this playthrough was because there are a couple of catalysts to pushing the struggle around when we get involved that involve prisoners. So I thought make it a bit more challenging that way. It would also make war a bit more challenging. You're not just hoping that you capture the king right off the bat, right? So yeah, we'll see how it works out. We'll see how long we last. Stutter Fox Studios, glad you can make it in today. Sergio LP, how's it going? Go full Basque Conquista. Yeah, that's the thinking. We're gonna create the entire empire. Holy sites are, well, yeah, I guess they are. I guess that is the icon. They remind me a bit of I can't remember now. It's an anime. It reminds me of an anime logo, like a faction in an anime. It also reminds me a bit of Shogun, like Shogun Total War for some reason. I can't remember exactly what, but definitely has some vibes. Sounds really fun. All right, sounds good. I think Basque has. Yeah, so we would not be able to divorce as the, yeah, let's take a look at our culture really quickly. There's so much to talk about. So we have a couple of interesting things. We have marital ceremonies, yes, as you pointed out in chat there. NYC Devin, how's it going, buddy? Glad you could come through. And yeah, so we've got marital ceremonies, which means we are not able to divorce, correct? Adulterer and fornicator are also despised, which is very problematic, and hostile scheme success chance against spouses are a lot harder to pull off. So marriages and being selective about marriages is very important unless we eventually diverge or hybridize our culture. So that's going to be a dangerous thing to work around. Apart from that, we have ritualized friendship, which is quite interesting. We're actually going to be using this right off the bat, I think. Ritualized friendship allows us to use the befriend scheme without the appropriate lifestyle choice, without the appropriate perk, I should say. And then we can also ask our friends to become our best friends, which gives us the strong hook on that best friend. You can only have one best friend at a time though, but that strong hook is going to come in handy, and I'll explain why and how in just a moment. We also have mountaineers. Again, that's a couple of benefits to fighting in mountains. That's all well and good, but this Visigothic codes is also going to come in handy for us, and we're going to want to work towards the high partition succession law as quickly as possible. Again, by default, of course, we start with Confederate partition, which means that titles that don't exist but can be created will be created to partition among heirs. And you can see right off the bat even we have the Duchy of Armagnac, which will be created and given to our second son, and that'll cause a bit of a realm divide. We want to avoid that, and all we need to do is get out of Confederate partition. Any other partition method works, partition or high partition. We have access to high partition because of our culture. However, we need to get all of our vassals to like us in order for us to be able to actually do that. And we also, of course, need a bit of prestige. So that needs to be a high priority for us to make sure we can retain control over our realm without it falling into pieces. Because I don't really want to do the thing where I kill my sons or disinherit them if I can avoid it. All right. Let's actually take a look at Duke Ansel III and what his traits and skills and stuff are. All right, looking pretty good. Before we get into that, though, Jazzy B says, "What's life without risks?" as he remembers for 14 months. Again, folks, throw up those flags and ease a warm re-welcome to the remembering of Jazzy B. Thank you very much, bud, for the year plus of support. Absolutely wild. Thank you very much. And indeed, what is life without risks? And that's why we always play these ridiculously rough playthroughs, I guess. Story of my life. We got Jade of Art coming through with a super chat. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it greatly. Again, super chats and stuff like that really help support the channel. Appreciate it. Hey man, how you doing? Haven't caught a stream in a while, probably a time zone thing though. Recently rewatched your Battletech Let's Play as I started a new campaign and played along. Oh man, thinking back to Battletech is wow, that was so long ago. I'm glad to hear it's still getting mileage. I hope you're enjoying it. But chances are you haven't caught a stream in a while because there hasn't been a stream in a while, not since the channel's birthday stream. It's been an interesting year, but I'm glad you could drop in today. It's been an interesting year, but things are, I keep saying this, things are calming down, but between just like all the games releasing all at once, I guess it's like a post-COVID recovery of the industry, to like our wedding planning for a wedding that's hopefully now finally happening later this year. There's just a lot happening. Last week was Miss Elite's birthday, so yeah, that kept me busy last week, and this weekend as well. It's been crazy, but I'm good. How you been? Enough about me. All right. Let's take a look at Duke Ansel III over here. So we are brave, impatient, arrogant. We are a brilliant strategist. So one thing about Duke Ansel III is if you start as him, you always start with a martial education trait, but it's randomized which one it is. I'm quite pleased with brilliant strategist. That gives us a nice heavy like 21 for martial here. It also your perk, your lifestyle trait rather, sorry, is also different on each run. So we got strategist over here, can't complain about that. Another +2 to our martial, +1 to diplomacy. Actually helps with battle as well, which is good because I do want to use him in battle. He's called the Terrible, Mitara. He's supposed to be feared, and supposedly he's a legendary fighter. So I do want to use him on the battlefield. We also have Forder over here, and what I actually want to do for our lifestyle choice is go with martial lifestyle. I'm thinking of doing a chivalry focus. All right, actually, chat, I need your opinion here. So I'm torn between two choices, right? Well, is it so? Yeah, let me know if I'm rambling too much, because I feel like this is all important setup stuff for our playthrough, right? But let me know if I'm rambling too much, as Spindle, as you point out. Timeless Chronicles 2 coming through with a super chat saying, "FYI, I used to be David B, but I'm still here or here again." Something. All right, well, sounds good. I'll keep that in mind. I might need a couple of reminders. Timeless Chronicles 2, but thank you very much for the super chat, buddy. As you very well know, that kind of stuff really helps support the channel. So thank you so very much. And I will, again, if I slip up and I mix names up, just give me a little nudge and let me know. But yeah, so okay, chat, I need your opinion. I'm stuck between two lines of thinking. Either we go with the chivalry focus and push towards gallant as quickly as possible, getting chivalric dominance, getting never back down, all these like really powerful like battle helping perks and traits that we can use when we're actually fighting, because again, I do want to actually fight and take that risk in this playthrough. We either start with that, or we go the intrigue route to get truth is relative, and then flip to martial and go down gallant. I'm kind of, now that I say it out loud, I'm kind of leaning towards truth is relative first, and the reason why I would do that is because, again, we need to fight for independence from West Francia. West Francia is a powerful, it's a powerful entity, right? We are not, by comparison. We could, what I'm thinking is we try and ally with one of our neighbors, Toulouse or Aquitaine. I'm not sure who yet. We'll try and ally with whoever we can. I guess Aquitaine. They're decently strong, right? We'll use their help to go to war with Navarra and actually get a foothold in the Iberian Peninsula. We're strong enough to take Navarra on our own, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of help. But beyond that, if we were to fight with King Charles II, or whoever is king when the time to pull the trigger comes, if we were to go for an independence war, just to show you guys right now, it's stacked against us, right? The other option, of course, is to start an independence faction. But to get people to join our faction, the best way to do it, the easiest way to do it, is to get hooks, right? And to use those hooks to force them to join our faction. Now, that's why I actually want to use our ritualized friendship trait or cultural tradition as well, because, I'll ally, let's say, Aquitaine, based on kids that do and don't exist. I'll ally Aquitaine, but I'll try and make Toulouse the Duke of Toulouse my friend, my best friend even, and then maybe I'm able to use my what's it called again? A Truth is Relative perk, again, to fabricate hooks and find secrets and get hooks from there on, the Duke of Anjou, Neustria, Bourbon, etc., 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 and then create that faction. You see what I mean? So that's what I'm torn about. My intrigue is 11, so it's not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. Duchess Casilo of Gascogne, her intrigue, I was just wondering if she could help me a bit more. Hers is not that great, actually. She's a better steward than anything else. And what about my spy master? Oh, geez. Oh, we've got to have a better spy master, right? There's got to be somebody better out there. 11, is that really the highest we've got? Okay. We might try and get a better one, right? We might try and get a better one. Because I think as a 42-year-old right now, we got to move quickly on that independence war, right? All of Southern France will try to get independence soon enough. They do it all the time. It's true. I just don't know if I want to, like, do I want to be the leader of that, though? You know what I mean? Like, do I want to be at the head of that? This is taking a look at his stats don't feel too intriguing. So RP-wise, I say chivalry. That's a good point, 6X Lord. Yeah. Again, we're an RP-focused channel. It's an RP-focused playthrough, so the decisions we must make, or the decisions we make will be, 9.5 out of 10 times RP-based. But it becomes challenging. It's like, well, as far as role-playing is concerned, and so is probably also thinking about, like, okay, well, I need to figure out how to cut my metaphorical chains to Charles, right? The terrible screams torturer. That's also true. I believe he was called that because of his kill-death ratio, let's call it. Presley Bapu, how's it going, buddy? Could marry off your courtiers for better spy master? For sure. I definitely need to do some of that realm management right off the bat here. I'll donate 20 if you have your son marry a homely girl. I think I only have the 2 to start with. That might be an early risk, but hey, I don't judge. Only girls can have great stats. Being the head is often the best way to ensure it happens. Also true. Yeah, I think one can get hooks from torture. True. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with intrigue. We're gonna go with intimidation focus to get that dread up. Again, we're living up to that terrible. We'll get truth is relative, and then we'll work towards martial. The thing about martial is once we commit to this for a long time. I don't want to flip out of martial. We take a bit of a risk with a chivalry focus miss early on, but I think that's the right call. Because yeah, being at the head of it feels like a bit more fitting. I feel like. So let's try that. Let's go with the intimidation focus. I don't think we'll go down the torturer line itself. I won't let myself get distracted by that, as tempting as it might be. But I do like the idea of the intimidation focus, at least lining up with the terrible moniker, right? So, all right, here we go. Intimidation focus it is. We'll get the truth is relative as soon as possible, and then again, because of our martial education, when we do flip to martial, it'll move a bit more quickly. Now, we have a couple decisions available. Petition liege. There's nothing we can really petition for, I believe, right now. Nothing important enough. We can fortify borders, but we have none of the prerequisites for any of the more interesting stuff, so we can leave that be for now. We can also pay homage to our liege, but I don't think we will. If we're planning for independence, right? If we're planning for independence, then why would we try and be so nice to him? I mean, we want to be careful. We don't want to upset him and have him remove us as Duke, but we'll toe the line, right? Classified scales or nothing. You want to try and get another scaly run going? Goddamn, I keep thinking about that with the Bengal playthrough. I keep thinking about that. By the way, folks, how are volumes? I keep worrying about that, and I forget to ask because, again, back at streams, I just want to make sure volumes are okay, music and voice and stuff. I know I should have asked that like 20 minutes ago. A good way to win an independence war is to get an ally outside your realm. Yes, actually, great reminder. Thank you very much. Lotharingia typically has kids for days. Are any of them comely? Ooh, there's a bastard here. Oh, there's a couple bastards here. Of course there are. Ooh, there is a comely lass. Princess Bertha. Hey, what do you know? This could actually work out. But great point about outside allies. The Kingdom of Lotharingia. Now, I don't know how likely they are to survive for long enough, but I was thinking of allying with Lotharingia, and I was thinking of allying with one of my neighbors. In this case, it'll be Aquitaine because they have a child here, right? And I have, again, 2 sons. I should be able to... Oh, wait, hold on. That's a son. Crap. Okay, so we won't be able to ally with Aquitaine or Toulouse. Well, let's check. Let's check. Not my... Let's see if it's my heir. Nah, we won't be able to do that. All right. I completely slipped my mind that right, this kid's a dude, and I can't make that happen. Voice is a bit low. All right, let me crank that up a little bit. Thanks for the heads up there. Bring the music of the game down a little bit as well. Hopefully that's a bit better. Let me know though. If not, What mods do we have? We've got 3 mods going. We've got Barbershop. We have Extended Marriages, which would make weddings a bit more interesting. And we have the one where you have to bring prisoners back to friendly territory in order to actually imprison them. Otherwise, they walk around with the army that actually captured them. Yeah, I believe my heir is a hunchback. He is a hunchback. But you know what? He's he's ambitious though. Young boy, he's ambitious though. That's unfortunate that he's hunchbacked. But what about my other child here? Still too young to know too much about him, but he is bossy, wrathful and temperate. That's interesting. And he's impatient. Takes after his father a little bit, I suppose. All right, let's figure out these marriages though. So Aquitaine cannot be an ally. Toulouse, do you have? Whoa, would have been bad click. Do you have anybody anywhere? Oh yes. Where are you? Why are you? Who are you? Ooh, oh, I see. You're the sibling of Duke Bernat II. Okay. So we are able to ally with Toulouse. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We got nothing to lose. So that's probably not a bad idea. At least one ally, and we'll try and befriend the Duke of Aquitaine. He's but 27 years old. That could go a long way, I think. He'll hopefully be able to. We'll hopefully be able to get that hook and use him for our independent struggle. All right. So an alliance with Toulouse and an alliance with the Kingdom of Lotharingia. Where do I send my heir versus my younger son? Oh, are you telling me? Oh, no, there we go. We got the comely Princess Bertha. The potential alliance will not accept, he says. I just need to make him like me a little bit. I could send him a gift. and make it happen. Give me a sec over here, folks. I just need a quick sip of water. But yeah, let me know. What do you guys think? Should I send my heir to marry the Princess Bertha of Lotharingia, or should I send my my heir to marry the sister of the Duke of Toulouse? That sounds like a second son kind of a thing, doesn't it? That sounds like a second son kind of a thing. But again, I need a quick sip of water over here, and I'll keep an eye on chat for your opinions. Folks, again, if you're enjoying the show, if you enjoy Crusader Kings 3 on the channel, if you enjoy live streams on the channel, don't hesitate to let me know by hitting that like button down below, whether you're watching live or you're watching the VOD. Just helps me know what people are interested in, what they want to check out on the channel, and what I should do or not do. Hunchback run. As like as a competitor for a scaly run. Spindle, the thing about swaying him for that one opinion is I'm worried somebody else will scoop her up, right? The gift is instant, so I wanna scoop her up before somebody else does. Toulouse, I think, will accept. Let's see, Toulouse. If I go to arranged marriage, let's say it's our heir. Yeah, they will accept. I believe even if it's not my heir, I believe if it's my second son as well, they'll accept. Yeah. Marry my oldest to the king's daughter. That's true, actually. That you saying it that way reminds me. If I get my eldest to marry the princess here, then he'll have a nice hefty bump to his prestige right off the bat, right? So that's probably not a terrible idea. Let's go ahead and send a gift to. Oh, jeez, I can't afford it. I guess I might have to sway him. Oh my goodness, 38%, 13 months. We might miss out on Princess Bertha here. I'm trying. What other ways are there of improving relationship? I could offer a ward, right? I could. Oh dear, bit of a risk because it's foreign territory. Silver Wolf. Oh no, that's terrible. Terrible out of context quote. Scoop her up. Party 2022. Oh no. Could I see? So I'd marry my oldest to the king's daughter. Even if she's a bastard and the youngest to the duke's sister. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Shade Wolf, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I think ward, just a temporary ward. Right? I can't send him a gift. I can't afford it, unfortunately. How's it going, Shade? Having a good Monday, I hope. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure I am doing this right here. So, the King Lothair, the second of Lotharingia. Let's go ahead and offer a ward. We will send Anses de Vasconia to you directly, which will improve his opinion of us, hopefully by enough. God, and I actually have to wait, right? Because it's not instant. So sure, let's send you over. Cool. let's at the same time down over here arrange the marriage of that same Anso Anses de Vasconia to Regilinde de Toulouse. I'm going to be butchering pronunciations throughout this playthrough, so for that I apologize in advance and multiple times. Decent alliance, I would say. Doubles our strength, basically. And we will get betrothed. This is all looking alright to me. Let's go ahead and send that proposal. Yep. And then as soon as our as the King of Lotharingia accepts our ward offer, we should be able to get that other alliance going as well, and then we can start looking at some wars and stuff right off the bat. All right, so let's get making some moves here. Enough time spent describing our plans, right? Ian B, thank you very much for subscribing. Anthros Eke, I think I missed you earlier as well. Thank you for subscribing. And Vlad Setepes, thank you for subscribing too. I apologize for missing our subscribers joining in. Folks, if you like the company see in chat, don't hesitate to join the Discord. Link is in the description down below, or !Discord in chat should work as well to bring the Discord link up. Fantastic place to hang out with some fantastic people. All right, let's go ahead and befriend Duke Ramnulf II. Oh my goodness, he does not like me. Maybe I should try and sway him first, and then we'll escalate from simple swaying to befriend scheme again. It'll be some time before we move towards full independence, right? So let's do that, and at the same time, we should go ahead and get our bishop here fabricating a claim on Ipuskoa, so we can start moving into the Iberian Peninsula. If we get one county in the Iberian Peninsula, we can move our capital into it and then get involved right away. Our culture and our religion match the prerequisites for the struggle, so we can do that. Alternatively, we'll want to wait until we capture more of Navarra's territory and move our capital to a more interesting, valuable, I should say, place. But for now, go ahead and fabricate a claim over here. It's the only one we can fabricate claim on. And we'll try and move south and into the peninsula. Apart from that, it'll take 2 years. All right, fair enough. That's not too bad. We've got sway going on over here. Do I want to... I need a new spy master. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at wedding options for some of our courtiers. There's got to be a decent... let's go all within our diplomatic range by intrigue. Oh, this misalignment is really throwing me off. Prince Ibrahim ibn Ahmad. Now, we are not involved in the struggle yet, so a lot of the benefits from it aren't applying to us. And we'll get more into that when we do get involved. If people are curious, or you're curious about the DLC stuff, let me know and we can look at it sooner. But I figured by now folks are fairly familiar with some of the DLC stuff. But again, let me know if not, and we can look at it sooner. All right, let's not look at rulers over here. 23 doesn't sound too bad. Lowborn, they're all going to be lowborns, I assume. Elusive Shadow, dude's ugly, deceitful, craven, arbitrary. I don't like deceitful. I don't want a deceitful person as my spy master. Vengeful is also scary, but not as scary as deceitful. Rislovic, glad you can make it as well. What's the rarest achievement I have? Unfortunately, I use the barbershop mod, and sometimes I forget to turn it off. And so I have very few achievements in Crusader Kings 3, even though I've accomplished quite a few of them. So I couldn't tell you because I've not kept a track. But alright, let's see. As a former Basque resident, this is hype. Glad to hear it, Neil. How's it going, buddy? How's it going? Glad you could come through. Alright, cool. Let's, the new fashion is pretty lit for the struggle. You mean like the new DLC visuals and stuff? BM, how's it going, buddy? Sorry. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it, bud. Sure, yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can't. Oh, you know what? I should. Unmarried, please. Oh, good. Sorry, not the deceitful guy. Sibel. Oh, I can't have women as my spy masters, can I? Elaine, it shall be you then. French, not too far away. Go ahead and arrange marriage with. Can I not? No about. Surely I have somebody available. You're a guest of mine. You're all guests of mine? Do I not have a lady in my... I guess not. Alright, fine. Let's go ahead and invite one of these guests, I suppose. Elizabeth, you are unmarried. Recruit to court. It won't cost... Oh my god, 25! What? What? What makes you worth that much? I just want her to have a good relationship with her future husband to bolster each other's intrigue. I don't know if it's a little... You can have women as a spy master? Okay, well, I still lack guests, and that guy is French, and he's also at the same level as the other folks who aren't deceitful, so he's fine by me, so I'll go ahead and do this. 25 gold sounds ridiculous, but it's a third of our... Wow, oh, God. Okay, sure. I'm gonna live to regret this decision, aren't I? Right off the bat, what's life without risks, as I like to say. On the topic of spending money, let's go ahead and get... Not a council, sorry. Court physician. Who do we have? My heir is no good. I wonder if he's... my knight Alfonso is an average bodyguard. I don't know if it's better to have one than none, because I got to pay salaries and stuff, right? Let's not do that just quite yet. I wanna make sure our economy is looking okay. Well, it's looking fine right now, but again, money is everything, right? It makes the world go round. If we're gonna go to war, I want to make sure we're not like magically in debt out of nowhere. I need to find a court physician. I need a much better court physician than what we have here. Where is that? There we go. Search for physician. Yes, start the search, please, and thank you, because that 10 doesn't feel good to me. Oh, true. I could, yeah, I could get someone in for high learning as well. Well, let's see what the decision brings us, and then we'll make a decision from there. Let's go ahead and continue time, right? Because what are we waiting for? We're waiting for you to join us, Elizabeth. Was that her name, Elizabeth? Oh, she's already joined us. Okay, great. In that case, I can go ahead and right away find character. Where'd he go? Elaine, 22, intrigue, arrange marriage with Elizabeth. God damn it. It's important to Count Thibaut. Okay. His opinion of me is low as well. Am I going to send him a... I'm not going to send him a gift, am I? I'm not going to send you a gift to get this marriage happening. Is there anybody else? God damn. Why must it be this way? We have... This is not going to fly. Not the same faith, so there's no chance in that. Why's it gotta make my life so difficult? JP714, thank you very much for subscribing, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Leave a like, folks. If you're watching the VOD, leave a comment. Man, are you? Her being lowborn is not helping. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of. Aren't they all lowborn? These guys. Louis-Pold, 21 intrigue. Sure. Can I just please? All right, cool. I guess we go with Louis-Pold over here. Catholic, Bavarian. Never know how to say that exactly. I think this could work. 21 is fine. He's arbitrary, which is a little worrying. He's vengeful, but he's brave. Elusive shadow. He's all right. He's something, right? Yes, Neil W. We are aiming to revive the old Basque faith. Taking a look at chat here real quick, making sure I haven't missed anything. Are you going to give your spy master a deceitful wife? Nah, she's not deceitful. She's arbitrary, which is a little worrying, but not deceitful. In fact, she's a diplomat. I think this marriage works quite nicely. Got to make sure it's matrilineal, so that he comes over. That would have been a terrible mistake. And then, yeah, we'll make him our spy master, significantly better than the one we have going right now. Go ahead and send that proposal. And I think now we can finally hit play. Peter Seffert, upgraded membership to Paladin. Thank you very much, buddy. Whoa, hold on, hang on a second before we get into that. We gotta, whoa. Hide user on this channel. Please go away. Cool. Sorry about that, folks. Get a lot of bots when we're streaming. Peter, thank you very much for your membership for so very long, and now as a Paladin, appreciate it greatly, buddy. You've heard me say it countless times. Really helps support the channel. And Classified coming through with the super chat as well. Without money, the Flat Earthers win. Classified, thank you very much for the super chat. It really helps support the channel and helps the fight against Flat Earthers as well, as it seems. Appreciate it greatly, buddy, as you very well know. Thank you so much. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and hit play finally. A lot of realm management. I mean, in fact, there's still a bit of realm management to do. I've got more holdings than I should, and I could give a couple of counties away. I got what? I got to keep Bordeaux because that's my capital county. I'm wondering what I do want to give away. Actually, I could give it away to my heir. Obviously, give him a bit more power and control. I could give him. I could give him Armagnac and Marsan. Marsan. I don't know how to say it, I'll be honest. I could do that and then keep my own control along this coast over here so we can, you know, get into Navarra and move our capital down south. I think that might make the most sense. So why don't we go ahead and grant you some titles. Let's give you the County of Marsan and the County of... Can I not give you... What is this? I guess I can't give this to my first son because he's not in line to actually get it, right? Because we have partitions still, right? So okay, let's go ahead and grant you titles. Let's give you this one, and let's give you Ajin. Sure, let's do that. Just keep him away from the front a little bit until again he becomes the duke. Pass these over to him. And that should be enough. That takes us to 4, but yeah. Okay, great, cool. Grant these titles. Your Great Beginner's Guide are the reason I bought this game this weekend. Thanks a lot for your content. Oh, glad to hear that, buddy. I'm glad to hear the Beginner's Guide is helping more people enjoy the game. So that's great. Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. And classified because money makes the world go around. No. I get it, and I absolutely love it, and I'm going to use that in the future. I want you to know because I think that's priceless. All right, let's go ahead and grant these titles. And let us actually now move forward. Here's my vassal. All right, cool. I don't think... actually, I wonder if that's enough. Nah, we've already got the ward thing going, right? All right, let's hit play. Holy. Again, a lot of realm management stuff right on the beginning there. A lot of realm management stuff right at the beginning. But also getting back into the swing of live streaming as well. Ooh, nice. We are happy to accept your proposed education arrangement. A noble upbringing for a noble spirit, indeed. Excellent. Now, on the tail of that, let us arrange the marriage between my heir and son, or my son and heir, and Princess Bertha of Lotharingia, the comely lass. She's only 4, so it's a betrothal, obviously. Oh, you goddamn it! Are you for real? Oh no. God damn. Swaying will take 13 months. I'm trying to figure out sending him a gift. I don't have 150 gold. That'll take forever. What'll take longer? 150 gold. We need another 100 earned at 2. That's 75 months. Did I get that right? Oh my god. Fine. You know what? Let's work on swaying him instead. Our friendship with Aquitaine can wait. This alliance with Lotharingia is worth a fair bit more. Spindle, thank you very much for diving in there. This alliance with Lotharingia is important. We need to get there before that betrothal happens with somebody else. God damn. We'll keep the ward there, though. We'll keep the ward there. Oh, you're right. Yeah, the bonus tick does take some time, right? Did they change that? I forget if they changed that between CK2 and 3 or between like through patches. You're right, though. Yes, +5 per month. Good point. All right. Let's let at least 1 month go by. Let's keep swaying you. Good point. Sorry. Good point. Good catch. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll gladly accept your marriage proposal. I will graciously take the hand of your courtier Elizabeth in holy matrimony. Excellent. So the expanded or extended marriages or weddings mod that I'm using only applies to yourself and your heirs. And courtier and stuff just have your regular wedding style. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. Let's go ahead and fire you, get you involved, and let's go ahead and find secrets in our king's court right off the bat. Because if we do find secrets and we're able to get hooks just through, you know, secrets in general, I think that'll work out quite well for us. Papa Nurgle, how's it going, buddy? Discrimination against, yeah, a little bit. How's it going, bud? Glad you can make it. Hope you're having a beautiful Monday. How was the safari trip over the weekend? Wickles, kill the Pope, use the money to bribe that. I mean, so on the topic of the Pope, the faith that we're going to convert to, just want to touch on that really quickly. It starts with, where are we? Sorry, up over here. This faith starts with Christian syncretism. So we get along more with Christian faiths than others, but we can tweak it in a few different ways that gets rid of that, and then we can go to war with the... I mean, I'm kind of tempted to become the head of faith, not just leave it as is, but change the faith so that I can be its head. That's a decision we'll talk about when the time comes. But there are the Pope's fate is to be determined. Let's say. Let's put it that way for now, huh? Glad to hear that, Papa. I miss going on things like the safari. Went to the zoo 2 weekends ago. That was fun. The Jurassic... When is the new movie dropping, actually? Have they changed the de jure kingdoms across Iberia? Yes, they have redone the maps quite a bit. I couldn't tell you exactly how, but they have reworked the maps. They have a developer diary about that. With her engagement... Oh, okay, I guess our courtier do get fancier weddings as well. With her engagement to Leopold, Elizabeth has asked if I would host her wedding at my court. A wedding would... no doubt be a cheery affair, but there's always the cost, and perhaps there are more important matters to attend to. Alright, so, oh my goodness, 50 gold for a marriage between two low-born individuals. Listen, as much as I would love to do that's all my wealth, so she can sort out her own celebrations. We'll save that money for, like, our son's wedding, like our heir's wedding, right? Sort your own stuff out, Elizabeth. My apologies. They don't call me the Terrible for nothing. There's our alliance with Toulouse. Excellent. We're continuing to sway Aquitaine. Ooh, okay. World is full of dangers, even to a duke and his court. As per my request, my servants have inquired after recommendations. Now they've assembled a few options to choose from. A learning of 8? Are you kidding me? He's a renowned physician, which does unlock certain options. That's Enrique. And they're both learning 8. Man, that seems entirely wasteful to me. Exactly, okay, so I paid enough for those two to get married in the first place. Agreed. I don't think the Spymaster will be upset if I don't... If I do their wedding poorly, they will be upset. If I do their wedding well, they'll be happy. I don't know if anything happens if I don't do anything about their wedding. We'll find out. If I have to, I'll sway him. Both of these guys fail to impress me. I think we'll go with the... recruiting someone to the court is expensive now, isn't it? Like, if I try to recruit you to my court, 35 gold. Who is, like, cheaply available? Because I would like... No one, I guess. Jeez. If it's... Should we go with Enrique? 50 gold, that's too much. I say we go with Aldonza. It's cheaper. There's the monthly salary we have to contend with. Only difference is that Enrique has, like, the renowned physician trait, but we can't afford 50 gold. We don't have anyone with high intelligence, unfortunately. I checked that. The highest learning we have, is my knight, Alfonso, who actually has a higher... You know what? Fine. Both of them failed to impress me. My knight, Alfonso, shall be my court physician. Terrible though he might be, his learning is a little bit higher. Though, again, aptitude is affected by traits and stuff as well. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. For now, until we have more courtier and stuff to bring people in. Greedy peasants I have. For real, Sergio, for real. 35, 50 gold. Like, literally an entire duke's wealth is what they want just to join my court. How does that make sense? Alright, what are we looking at here? Where's our... Okay, arranged marriage. My heir. Bertha is still available. Beautiful. Beautiful. Make sure it's patrilineal. Children will be born to House of Vasconia, which is ours. We will have potentially comely hunchbacked children, which should be interesting. Count Garcia gets a decent bit of prestige, and he can grow with that. And again, this is a beautiful alliance in our favor, and it is with a future sibling of a future, king or duke or however the realm splits up. So that should be long-ish lasting, right? That should be long-ish lasting. Yeah, it does cost prestige to fire people from your court, right? Yeah, I think we started at 1,000, and now we've lost some, if I recall correctly, because of the Spymaster we had to fire. Or no, oh, you're talking about court positions. Yeah, we'll be careful about it, but I don't want to live without a court physician, even if they're a terrible one. Go ahead and send the proposal, not matrilineal. Okay, sorry, I get nervous about that always. Have them be betrothed. Good. We've secured our alliances. Now we just got to wait for this fabricate claim to happen. I don't think I can declare war on any... Ooh, I can declare war on Toulouse, but we're allied with them. To the Serene Anso, I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. Your son and heir, Garcia, will be betrothed to my daughter, Bertha. Excellent. and we'll be able to save up for their wedding. That sounds so funny. Oh my goodness. As somebody who is currently actively planning their wedding for later this year, too real. Just saying, time to save up for the wedding. Too real. Hunchback is the new Scaly? I mean, potentially. Maybe we end up with a Hunchback run over here. The Hunchback of Not Radam, huh? God damn, that one was really bad. The Duchy of... No, I do not want to make the Duchy of Armagnac. In fact, I want to try and get my vassals to like me. You know what I should do for that is make sure you are dealing with domestic affairs. Try and get my vassals to like me, and then we can use that like to hopefully push for... Oh, geez. Oh, my goodness. They hate me. They all hate me, don't they? Getting high partition might be a bit more of a challenge than I'd anticipated previously. Yikes. Shade, you gotta go? Alright. Oh, you're leaving for that pun. Okay. I'd apologize if I felt... sorry. Whoa. My bishop's poor learning skill has cost me piety. I mean, listen. Making the decision that I want to make, the champion the faith of the country Basque, one of the prerequisites, one of the potential prerequisites is to actually be excommunicated entirely. But also level of devotion is no more than sinner. I don't need to have all of these, just one of these, but whichever one I end up getting, I actually, in a way, I don't mind losing piety, I guess, though this decision we won't be able to make for a while. It's just funny, it's a good reminder for me that is something we want to do. We're breaking from our faith, so setting up a whole pagan situation, a whole heresy situation. Charlotte, hi, very excited to see a CK3 stream. I couldn't join before now. What have I missed? Not too much, just a bunch of setup conversation, planning our playthrough and talking about objectives, a couple of weddings, not too much, which is wild to say. Deacon, when is Soviet Republic returning? An honest answer is as soon as I can get everything back in order. That's the most honest answer I can give you. Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets at King Charles' court. I do not believe we will ever find anything either. There is less going on here than a graveyard at noon. Okay, you know best. Why don't we go ahead and get him looking for secrets elsewhere, like within a duke's court, I would say. Yeah, Duke of New Syria. Yeah, because then we can still, we're still looking to get some hooks and stuff, right? Gonna be lurking. Sounds good, Shay. Well, I'm glad you're able to come through and hang out today. Lurkers are always welcome. An easy way to get excommunicated is to declare war on a bishopry. Oh yeah. There are definitely easy ways to make to get that decision be made available or possible, however you want to phrase it. I'm just curious which way we get there, when it's time to get there, because it'll be some time before we're ready to establish our own independent kingdom, right? Are there already any? No, there aren't. We'll get there soon. Let's go ahead and speed time up a little bit as well. I do apologize for the slightly slower start today. Again, getting back into the zone as far as streaming and stuff is concerned. But folks, for those of you that are joining for the first time on this channel for streams, every Monday at the same time, that's 10 a.m. Eastern. I believe that's UTC -4. Every day at the same time, or sorry, every Monday at the same time, we'll be doing our Crusader Kings 3 playthrough until this one comes to an end, and then we'll probably be kicking off a new one immediately after that. So if you want to see Crusader Kings and you're enjoying the show, if you're not already subscribed, don't hesitate to subscribe. If you're curious about a schedule or anything like that, it should be every Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I do give updates if there have to be any over Discord and on Twitter. Just thought I'd mention that because this is probably the largest crowd we've had for an episode 1, I think, in a very long time. So I just want to make sure everyone knew. Everyone knew that we'd be back next week, Monday, when this one's done. It's a 3-hour stream is the plan, unless things get crazy, in which case it might go a little bit longer, but 3 hours is the plan. That tends to work best from what I've seen. Every Monday, 3 hours starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results. Yet I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Casilo when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Okay. Our spy master is actually good. I don't want to offend my spy master over here by saying my wife. Oh man. Oh, can you imagine? Oh boy, no, I would not want to do that. My wife is just like, has like a quarter of the skill of my spy master, and I'm letting her lecture my spy master. Not a chance. My steward is actually our son, isn't it? My cousin. Okay, sorry. He's a decent steward as well. Oh, you know, our bishop might need some help. He did fail us just moments ago, and he's actually a really bad... his learning is worse than my wife, so sure. He already hates us, so we're not getting any of the taxes or anything from him, right? Yeah, he doesn't like us, so we're not getting any of the benefits from him, so sure, why not dig that hole a little deeper? Bishop Guillaume is in need of some guidance. Offend him, you bought him a wife. Oh, but memories are short, especially for those with daggers in their hands, right? Daggers for hands. No, it's great to see such a crowd. I appreciate it greatly. I miss the regular schedule. It's something I was very fond of. Hopefully I can return to it, at least with Crusader Kings, and I'm hoping the plan is this Friday we finally kick off my planned oh god, what's the game called? Oh my goodness, it's the RPG Disco Elysium. I keep thinking Disco Inferno. This Friday I'm hoping to kick off my Disco Elysium playthrough as well, again 10 a.m. Eastern, for those of you interested in watching me play that game for the first time as a big fan of CRPGs and tabletop RPGs. Greetings, Duke Anso of Gascogne. Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets at Duke Gusfried's court. Keep it up. There's got to be something. We'll give it one more round at Neustria, and then we'll check some of the other spaces. Anso comes of age. I'm proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Anso the intricacies of warfare. I was naive. He has only developed a basic understanding of the subject, but at least he has learned the essentials of managing an army. I can only hope the rest will come with experience. Oh, that is unfortunate. I should eat my hunchback kid? I thought the plan was to have a hunchback run. Presley, glad to hear that, bud. I'm glad you could come through as well. I have to tell a lot of YouTubers, but they ignore me for... Planet Coaster's too old a game, unfortunately, to, I think, be viable. Let's put it that way. I've always been interested by it, but I don't think... unless there's a drought, I don't think I'll be exploring Planet Coaster. Planet Zoo, again, will hopefully also make a comeback at the same time as Workers and Resources when, again, I'm able to get everything back in order and be a bit more regular. It's just been such a crazy year. It's like all the developers decided to release their games at the same time, their games or their DLC at the same time, and, you know, we'll have the Steam Summer Sale coming up, we're going to have Steam Next Fest coming up, there's more games and DLC releasing over the course of the next couple of months, you know, we're looking at... I believe there was a slight delay, but not too much of a delay for like for some of the most anticipated games of this year. We've got you know, who knows when Manor Lords is going to come out. There's so much going on, and I need to be very careful about making promises that I can't keep, because I always feel bad when that happens. So I'm trying to get everything in order and figure out a schedule where I'm able to cover upcoming games consistently. While also maintaining a consistent, you know, Let's Play schedule and live stream schedule, because it's important to me as well, and I want to make sure everyone knows what to expect from the channel, and I can match expectations, you know. So yeah, hopefully that explains the current circumstances as far as the Let's Plays are concerned. But I'm actively trying to make it all work. Starfield is delayed to, yeah. That's confirmed delayed to next year, right? That's what I couldn't remember. I was like, I can't remember right now. I remember it being a whole conversation online, but this whole year has been such a blur. I couldn't remember if it was Starfield. Manor Lords, I don't know when it's coming out, but when it does come out, you'll see plenty of it on the channel. 248 liking, 125 likes. Come on, chat, we can do better, says Henrik. True, folks, if you're having a good time, hit that like button. It really helps me make decisions on the channel. Our son is an irrational adventurer, great ruler material. And classified a remembering for 20 months as a warden. Would you say he only has a hunch about warfare? On point. Not leaving anything to chance over here. Classified. All right, let's see. What dynasty legacy might we want to chase? Customs warfare makes sense, right? If I'm known as the terrible for my history, my real history, right? My character's real history is about warfare and his contribution to the Reconquista. I feel like going warfare is the right call. Typically, I ignore warfare. Typically, I don't do warfare because I feel like, everybody does warfare. But I think this time it makes the most sense to go with warfare. Blood is an interesting option as well if we want to start a whole breeding factory. But I don't think that lines up as much with our story that we're trying to tell. as again warfare, because we want to actively be participating in battles and stuff as well, right? As ourselves and as with our kids, right? So I'll leave that up to y'all. We don't have to make the decision right away, but I will leave that on. Yeah, sorry, Theotonius. I do that sometimes. My apologies. Jimmy the Skip, glad you can make it, buddy. Only have to wait up until midnight. Oh boy. So you are on the other side of the world then. Duke Ramnulf II was swayed. Excellent. Can I now work towards befriending you? I'm already scheming against... Okay. Do I really have to cancel that just to change what it is? Abandon. Go for the befriend. 27% chance of success is not good enough. Let's go ahead for another round of swaying. We succeeded last time with extremely low chance of success, so let's hope for it again. And eventually we can hopefully befriend the Duke of Aquitaine. It's called Basking in Glory. And to me, like, that lines up with the idea of yeah, being... I mean, damn. I see. I think I see what you're getting at. I don't want to do a numbers-based decision. I want to do a roleplay-based decision. Okay, glory and warfare now are damn. I could wait. That was the other thing I was thinking about. Dude 24 Oak is I could wait until I become a part of the struggle, and see if I can get some of those legacies from down there. We're in no rush to pick out a legacy. No luck. Okay, you know best. Let's go ahead and see if we can't try and find secrets. Surely someone's got secrets. Don't need to go all the way to Lotharingia. Aquitaine. It's all... Sure. Duke Hugo of Anjou. I want Duke level hooks if possible. Blood for the Basque Kings. Yeah, okay, it's between glory and warfare. All right, give me a sec over here, folks. We're going to do... the best way to select something, right? Well, actually, hold on. I think the right call is maybe we wait until we get some of those, what's it called? Legacies from being involved in the struggle, and then we'll have a vote for which legacy we go for. Because again, I don't think we need to rush it. And we might need to use our renown to, as much as I don't want to, we might need to use it to disinherit our second son, simply because I don't think we're going to get our succession to change to high partition anytime soon, because, yeah, these guys are really not loving us. I might get to sway them after we befriend the Duke of Aquitaine, but we'll see. Sway the good Duke. While hosting lords and ladies from realms near and far, some opportunities to portray Duke Ramnulf of Aquitaine in a good light have presented themselves. My lord, pray tell, who is the most gracious person you have heard of? Well, me, of course. I am arrogant. I mean, yeah, I want to make him a good friend of mine, but I'm also arrogant. Let's be real here. And in the day, you gotta go now. We'll be back for the VOD. Sounds good, but glad you could make it for a little bit at least. I hope you have yourself a wonderful rest of the day, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it might be. But glad you can make it, bud. Great to have you here. And Zarek Sven, first stream you've caught. Glad you could come through, bud. Hope you have a good time with it. Blood might help prevent your ears being basket cases. No. Oh, what have we begun? What have we become? Jordy, because of the puns? Oh man, I have missed streaming. How I have missed streaming. It's a whole different ball game. Alright, these are the same old decisions. I'm going to keep Petition Liege open. How long until this claim is... almost ready. Navarra, what's your situation? They are in a war already against the Laitala, which is the Arabic for Toledo, just for the record. It's unfortunate. I was hoping to have declared a war at the same time as they had another war. They are allied with Asturias. That's 1,400 soldiers, plus their own 1,068. So 2,400 versus my 1,200. 2,200, and of course Lotharingia when they eventually get over here with their 3,000. Okay. We'll still be fine. We'll still be fine, but it's almost time for war. And again, because we have our succession secured, we have a son, I'm going to be engaged in battle myself. Greetings, Duke Anso of Gascogne. I have prowled through documents, both ancient and of less certain provenance. I finally have enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the county of Epuscoa. All that is missing is one little bribe. 93 gold. See it done. See it done. Alright, is it time for war? I think it is. I don't see why not, right? Kingdom of Navarre. I was hoping we'd get lucky and we'd get the duchy, but hey, the county is enough. Because again, we're going to move down south. We're trying to create Old Vasconia. I'm thinking if I get some strength down south over here, I can then turn around and use that strength along with my alliances and hooks to gain independence, right? That's what I'm thinking. What is Gothia up to, actually? What is Gothia up to? What about Gothia? Their count has a claim on the Duchy of Barcelona. You could press it and make a strong ally. Doesn't look like he does have a claim, actually. You might be thinking about the 1060s. No, that has Barcelona already. I don't know if it's random, if it's dice-based, that one. Well, let's go ahead and declare our war here against King Garcia. And someone mentioned earlier the new Iberian drip is fantastic, and I agree. The Iberian art stuff is fantastic. I actually like that the developer diaries included some behind-the-scenes design stuff. I love that stuff, so I'm glad they shared some of their process. It's some really good stuff. We'll probably need their aid in the war. Yeah, we'll definitely bring in our allies for this war, especially Lotharingia, just because Asturias and Navarra have allied, and we'll play it not safe, but we won't be fools about it. We won't be fools about it. We're pretty. Why does it say we're so evenly matched? We like double their strength. What? Nonetheless, the county of Ipuscoa. Let us go ahead and declare our war, and let's enjoy the war music for the first time in a very long time on this channel. Give me that beautiful, beautiful music. Yo, this music is legit. Holy. What? That's amazing. Oh, what? That was amazing. The thing is, when I record for like all the videos I make, I have to keep the music off so that I can add music later. So I've actually not heard the Declare War music, the new Declare War music. Oh man, that's awesome. That's really good stuff. Call to war, the King of Lotharingia, join me. And the Duke of Toulouse, again, it's costing me prestige, but I've got a decent bank of it. Let's call you to war as well for the Gasconian claim on the county of Ipuscoa. Yes, let's do it. Yo, that was great. This music makes me want to reconquista that leftover cake in the fridge. It's definitely motivating music. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and raise all here. And we'll see what's going on. We might poke and prod. Again, as a reminder, I have that prisoners mod, which means I have to actually bring people back to friendly territory if I want to have them as prisoners. So if I just happen to capture a king or a count or whatever, it doesn't automatically mean victory. I should probably wait for my allies to form up, right? 1200 is probably not a good idea. He is distracted right now, though. What about Asturias? They're not in this war. Have they not joined this war either? Ooh. Well, hang on then. Hang on then. Okay, let's try it. Let's poke. Let's poke and prod. The prisoner mod, I think, is a great idea. Let's see how it actually feels and functions, but it's a great idea, I think. Ah, god damn it, he has joined. All right. Lotharingia will join us, as will Toulouse. All right, good stuff. In that case, let's take it easy. Let's wait at least for Toulouse to join us. We don't want to lose this war, so we'll wait for them to join us, and then we'll begin our raids into Navarran territory. And hopefully, by the time Lotharingia arrives, they'll be able to just tip the balance where needed. I think it's Prisoners of War. I think that's the name of the mod. I apologize for not remembering it, but I can check and share in the Discord afterwards. Why am I ill? Just what? Because I'm marching? Duke or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. I know a fair number of suitable remedies. Oh, God. He's not very good at this. I mean, that's not a very promising thing to see from your surgeon either. He's not very good at this. I say do no more than what is necessary. I don't want to drop dead before I even dive into battle. You gotta go, Bella? Alright, sounds good. Well, thanks for coming through. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the day, and yeah, hopefully you get to catch the VOD, and I'll catch you when the story continues. Do no more than what is necessary. Come on. Don't kill me. A little brighter. Oh, thank God. I was genuinely worried there for a second. Alfonso entered my chambers with an earthenware jar cradled in his arms and came to sit by my bed. He pulled a leech from the jar and gave it a most tender look before carefully placing it on my face. Remain still, my lord. Better not disturb their feeding. The leeches turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a little brighter. Okay, good. Thank God. That I was genuinely worried that the game would just... Because that's just my luck, too. Reduce disease symptoms for 1 year. So it's not long term, but it's something. All right, these guys are coming through. We'll wait for these guys to arrive. I do wonder if I shouldn't wait for Lotharingia to come through as well. They're not that far away. They're not that far away. Yeah, be gone, pot. It's pretty good. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with my Night Physician. I wonder if that's something worthy of rewarding with land and title. You know? Despite our best efforts, nothing found in Duke Hugo's court either. Try once more. I would not be so certain. Try once more. Oh no, okay. Where are you going to land? Oh, they're actually trying to put us under siege. Alright, let's get up there, because we'll be the defenders. I believe this is forest, so we'll have the benefit as defenders up there. And we'll outnumber them, and they will have just disembarked as well, which will give them a huge disadvantage, right? So hopefully, there we go. Hopefully I can get up there. Wow, that's not fun. Lotharingia, where are you? Actually, yeah, for real, where are they? There they are. Okay, they're making their way through. They're making their way through. What do we think of our chances up here? Okay, no, looks like they're avoiding Bordeaux. We can try and cut them off over here. Get them in the forest still. And especially if these reinforcements come up here, we should be okay. Come on, let's catch them, let's catch them, let's go. If we can eliminate this army nice and early, that'd be quite helpful, I think. Let's catch them, please. And again, I'm in charge over here, so there's a lot at stake. Alright, reinforcements coming through. Speed up a little bit. Our knight wounded Vimoranis. What a name. Ah, there we go. Reinforcements have arrived. Victory is ours. Okay. I was a little worried there. Gonna be hard to root out the Navarra's soldiers from the mountains. I mean, at least we took care of this. And at the same time, look at that. Battle makes me feel better. As I woke this morning and saw rays of sunshine falling through my window, it took me a moment to realize I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. I'm glad to be well again. All I needed was a bit of murder. I don't think I actually killed anyone in this battle. Anyone important, I should say. We've captured Domingo, the Knight of King. Oh, okay, we've got a king in here. Oh, we've got some sieges going on down south. Oh, we actually took a bit of a beating there, didn't we? Oh, no. We still... Okay, that wasn't counting our allies' numbers. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and push down over here. Push these guys off, and then we can actually push into to Navarra. But so these prisoners have actually been captured right away because that battle happened in our territory. So they were immediately delivered to the dungeons. But outside of us, we'd have to pull them back. Yeah, disembarking is a huge negative to advantage. It's a huge disadvantage, I should say, because English. No. I'm not going in for a battle that's where the chances are even. I don't need to make that, take that risk, I should say. Let these guys leave. The Duke Ramnulf II is swayed. Let's go ahead and see if we can't now. Oh, right, I gotta cancel my current thing first and then try and befriend him. 46% chance, that seems reasonable. 2 years it'll take. Let's begin this scheme. Let's try it. There'll be events and stuff as well that might improve our chances of success, so let's see what happens. And actually, I do want to see, since we are participating in battles, I wouldn't mind actually seeing performance. Alfonso getting a good number of kills in. What about my own self? Where am I? Am I not listed in here? I guess not. Huh. Oh, actually, this reminds me. No, my heir. No. I can fight. My son must not. My son must not. Where is he? With his 7 prowess. Forbid him from fighting. When he is duke, when he is king, he can fight. But now, no. I still have a prisoner symbol. Ooh, are they still carrying prisoners? Hold on. Actually, that's a good point. Where is prisoners? Captured by First Army. Oh, are they not... It says they're imprisoned. I think it just says... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna... We'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that plays out, because it looks like I have all the prisoner interactions available. But yeah, you're right. You're right about that UI. Again, it is a mod, so if it's a little inaccurate here or there, it might just be mod things. But I thought I'd... Oh, I didn't actually walk into Bordeaux. All right, well, maybe once we arrive at Bayonne, we'll end up depositing them. You're right, because that battle... Yeah. No, they're still... What is happening here? Because, yeah, I'm actually not able to move them between a dungeon and what's it called? Dungeon and house arrest and stuff like that. So yeah, if you do know why the mod is acting kind of strange for me here, please let me know, because it's supposed to be when you're in friendly territory, much like loot money, they just get deposited. So I'm a little curious what's going on there. But with that said, real quick, Mark Dinage and Koran Tavman, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Hit that like button again. Whether you're watching live or you're watching the VOD, it just helps me just understand what people like watching on the channel and what I should do more or less of. So yeah, don't hesitate to let me know. And again, if you're new to the channel, which I imagine you might be as a new subscriber, don't hesitate to join our Discord as well, linked in the description. Fantastic place to hang out with some fantastic folks. Play all sorts of games, including, of course, for example, Crusader Kings, multiplayer games and stuff like that. But yeah, great place to hang out. I don't like this. Are they? What are you doing? You at war with somebody else? Oh, they've turned their war around against the Leitala. Interesting. All right, well, maybe I don't need to distract myself with that situation up north, but we'll keep an eye on it for sure. No, they're coming down south. Maybe I can cut them off as they try to cross the river, because river crossings are advantageous for the defender. Looks like they're going back to the water. Man, these guys. Stay moving down here. Stay moving down here. How many of them are there going to be? Just under 3,000? The visuals not lining up is horribly distracting. Where is this 3,000 right now? Why is this not lined up? That's these guys, I think. All right, so as long as they dive in to join us, should these guys come down south, we'll be okay. God. Is it just a visual bug, Dude 24? Morgan, hi party, this is my first live stream. Loved your previous Crusader Kings 3 Let's Play, especially the Maiden's Advice. So that one was a lot of fun, but I'm glad you can make it today. Hope you're having a good time watching it all live. But yeah, every Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, if you're able to make it, then this will be a decently long series, I believe, as we try to accomplish a lot. Unless things go horribly wrong and we die a premature death, or our king decides he doesn't like us pushing for independence so often, in which case there might be trouble. Hell's Legion, how's it going, buddy? My first pronunciation of Bayonne was correct. Did I get it right this time? I don't remember my first pronunciation. Count Garcia gained opinion of me. Okay, don't they already love me? I need my other vassals to love me. That's what I need. And our chancellor is working towards that, but I don't know how effective it's been so far. I'm wondering if I turn around and deal with this after we take Ipiscoa, because we will have the Lotharingian assistance up north. Down south over here, Toulouse is actually taking the capital of Navarra, so that's quite helpful. What do we have here? Okay, you know best. Let's send our spy master to find secrets where now? Running out of places. Surely by now the king must have done something offensive somewhere, right? So where is Charles II? Surely you have some secrets for us to unveil. Any artifacts? No artifacts just quite yet. And we also don't have a court yet because we're just a duke. But once I could hire an antiquarian, I believe, despite only being a duke, but I don't think I can afford the salary just quite yet. We'll grow a little bit more, and then we'll take a look at starting to make artifacts and things like that. All right, we've got Ipiscoa. Let's turn around and come up over here. Chances are even. I don't know if we'll arrive before the siege actually completes, which means we won't get the defensive. Good. Very good, very good. Scare them off. Cut them off, ideally. Beautiful. Let's see how this goes. I am... Oh, okay, my mayor here is being counted as the defender. Either way, we'll win this battle. We'll win this battle. Instructions unclear. How's it going, bud? Glad you can make it. Feeling better now that we have a live stream? Me too, buddy. Me too. Yes! Beautiful. King Lothair captured your foe, King Garcia, after the Battle of Albrecht, and took him hostage. Pronunciation be damned. Victory is ours. The county of Ipuscoa is ours. Let us go ahead and enforce our demands. Yeah, beautiful. Our first victory. A glorious one at that. I'm a bit more nervous about wars, especially because I'm, again, fighting directly, so I'm a bit more nervous about that. But that went pretty smoothly, I would say. Victory is ours. To the hysterical Anso, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. Beautiful. Now, all right, folks, here's a question. Do I... All right, let me. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to explain the situation right now, especially for those of you that didn't watch my videos explaining the DLC. So, we have now gained a little bit of territory within the struggle region for the Iberian struggle. However, as rulers, we are still uninvolved. That is because even though our culture, which is where is it, Basque, and our faith, which is Catholic, even though that matches, because we have our capital outside of the struggle region, we're still uninvolved. All three of those things need to exist for us to be involved. With that said, we don't really suffer any penalties in these dark gray regions, but in this light gray region, we are suffering from a reduced amount of tax and reduced popular opinion in the current phase of the struggle. As uninvolved individuals, we also cannot move the struggle in either direction, hostility or conciliation. There's other steps after we go through these phases. There are more phases that we can switch between, but we don't have any control over that or over any of these actions that would push the struggle one way or another because we're uninvolved. The only thing we have to do to get involved is move our capital, and we can move it to Irun over here very easily, but it's not the most valuable of places. Even when its control is improved and stuff, it's just not a very valuable place to have as a capital. You can only move your capital once per lifetime, unless you're moving your capital back to your primary title's de jure capital, which is Bordeaux, which would take us back outside of the struggle region. So I'm wondering, on the one hand, we can get involved right away and we can start pushing the phases and taking advantage. There's some great advantages. Let me show you some of the advantages, right? So, for example, King Garcia, because he's involved, you can see the advantages he has. Fabricating claims in the struggle region cost prestige instead of gold. A border raid casus belli and struggle region. Struggle region casus wars that allow us to declare wars without having to fabricate claims. It's quite beneficial to be involved. The only downside to rushing involvement is that we'll have not so great capital. So chat, what do you guys think? Should we move our capital in right now and get involved in the struggle and use it and all of the advantages? That's just war. There's cultural advantages, there's faith-based advantages, and there's we can use the abduct scheme. We'll have access to fabricating hooks against involved rulers, not rulers back in Francia, but involved rulers. Claim throne schemes. We can use the befriend scheme. We already have access to that. There's a lot we can do when we're involved across all these categories, even in this current opportunity phase. Lots of benefits, but the downside again being our capital wouldn't be the best capital that's on offer. I would say up north the best capital is probably oh boy. Oh boy. If my French is bad, my Spanish, Portuguese, and Arabic is probably worse. Yaka? I'm not sure. What's the J in Spanish? But either way, this is probably a better capital, but we have a truce right now, obviously, and it'll last for quite some time, so it'll be a while before we can, 5 years. It'll be a while before we can get there, right? What do you guys think, chat? I gotta get a quick sip of water over here, but I've got my eyes on chat. I see Spindle saying yes to Struggle Bus. Irun. The accented U has an oo sound. Oh, good point. Yeah, I was blind to that, wasn't I? Irun. All right, thank you for the heads up. I always welcome corrections, by the way, to my pronunciations, and I try to get them right. So I do welcome the corrections. Keep them coming, always. I see Conrado saying, I'd like to see our personality traits before we make a decision. All right. Good call, good call. We're brave, we're impatient. Oh, that might make the decision right there. We're also arrogant. Impatient and arrogant certainly suggests to me a decision, like one decision makes more sense than the other, but I'm curious how y'all feel about that. I saw it was mentioned as well that we're old. Yeah, Slicky Blicky says we're old, so we will be able to change our capital again soon enough. That is a good point. We are 45, so in another 15 or so years, we will be able to move our capital again. You're absolutely right. Zaragoza is probably the best capital in northern Iberia. It is, but I don't. Am I mistaken? Am I completely lost? Zaragoza is like here-ish, right? Am I? Again, this is not my most familiar part of the world. Oh, there we go. Zaragoza. Oh, Zaragoza in Arabic, I suppose. Is it the best? 1.79 versus 1.72. I mean, they're close. Well, development is 8 up there and 8 down here. Okay, so they're similar-ish. The benefit of Haka, I'm guessing, Haka, is it's Basque and Catholic as well. So our own faith and culture would match our capitals. So there's that aspect. Partly depends on what else you plan on conquering. Like if you're going to try to reach Toledo or Cordoba, wait until you conquer them before moving. Yeah, that's the thing. I do want to get to Cordoba, or again, I think right now it's called Cordoba. But that'll be at least a couple lifetimes, because we'll want to seek, I think, independence, get northern Iberia, and then seek independence, and then push down south, probably, right? So that'll be a lifetime or two away. The J is pronounced like an H, so it'll be like Haka. Thank you very much. I thought it was J as H, but I wasn't 100% sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly. Can you kill the guy? I could kill the guy and get rid of the truce, but I don't know. He is 60 as well. He might die soon enough, truth be told. Move the capital. Fortune favors the bold. He's impatient because he's old, probably. True. Arrogant warrior type. Definitely get in there sooner rather than later. Time to hire the Movers Guild. Move it now and you can change it to whatever de jure you conquer. Well, so the thing is about that. That reminds me. I didn't mention this, but I don't want to change my my primary title outside of Gasconia, or eventually Old Vasconia when we manage to get that, right? I want to be the Empire of Vasconia and the King of Vasconia, so I would like to avoid changing my title to whatever we conquer, unless we can finagle it somehow. But you know what? I think as many of you feel, I feel as well, impatient plus arrogant together would mean, yes, a foolish decision perhaps, but like I said earlier, the decisions here are made like 9.5 out of 10 times because of RP over min-maxing and numbers. And I think RP dictates that we hire, indeed, yes, the Movers Guild. Move the realm capital to Ipuscoa. And let's begin our journey in this Iberian struggle, as well as the Frankish struggle looking for independence. What's the worst that could happen? There it is. We are now a part of the struggle. It looks like conciliation is actually... I find typically conciliation tends to win out. And I think that's why hostility actually has this extra yearly drift towards this struggle phase. The way this works is whichever one of these two hits 1,000 first is where we end up going for the next phase. The benefits, I'll show you very quickly. If you can see an opportunity, war has these effects. You can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Under hostility, war has more than 6 points. Under conciliation, war has, well, slightly different, but more than 6 points. So you can see each phase has its own benefits and deficits, or buffs and debuffs, however you want to put it. I think we'd probably want to push towards hostility, right? Oops. I think we probably want to push towards hostility. Truces become shorter, struggle, clash, casus belli become cheaper, and to actually push towards hostility, we don't care about truces, because, where'd it go? Oh, did they? No, I just scrolled down, I didn't realize. Break a truce with an involved ruler is a very quick way to push towards hostility. So if we wanted to, I don't think we'll do it right now, but if we wanted to, we could declare war using the struggle, clash, casus belli, which is only available during opportunity, hostility, and maybe the other one that I forget the name of right now. But we could do this. We could break the truce. It would cost us some piety. It would also cost us a level of fame, and all those negatives still exist, but it pushes the struggle in that direction. I don't think we'll do it. He's 60. I think he'll just die of natural causes, this guy, and the truce will be gone, and then we can go ahead and start taking Navarra out piece by piece. We have a truce with Asturias as well, do we? We don't. We don't. So I could struggle clash against Asturias and start to grow our hold in northern Iberia, though this doesn't relate with our old Vasconia goals. It would be, we want to go down here. Andalus will eventually, hopefully, shatter, and it'll make warring against them a bit easier as well. The thing about struggle clash, just to be clear, is you can only declare it for counties that border your territory. So in our case right now, it's one county here, one county there. But if we end up in a more central location, a struggle clash can be for 5, 6 counties. However many border your territory from the same like ruler, you can go for all of them in one war. So this is, struggle clash wars are potentially huge. Potentially huge. What do you guys think? I feel, I'm impatient, so why would I wait? That's a good question. Does he really, who's your ally? It's just the King Garcia of Navarra. We have enough prestige to bring in our allies again and start pushing towards Asturias. It'll cost me some piety. We're a little low on piety. I'm not sure what else I would... There are some things I would use it for, I suppose, but I could afford to spend it. They're worse off than me financially. Is this an actual valuable place to capture? The only reason I'm hesitant to go to war with the Kingdom of Navarra and break the truce is because I don't want to lose a level of fame. We're at established, which is nice. Level of fame is important for various options, so I do want to be careful about that. Perhaps you can push the natural causes ahead a bit, give him a nudge. You know, it's true. Our spy master hasn't had much luck finding secrets, so why don't we go ahead and... Oh, by the way, we have access to more activities and options as well. Foment revolt, invest gold in order to destabilize their realm. Again, cause issues with popular opinion and things like that. There's a lot of options. I could abduct him and then execute him in jail. Or do I want to try and murder him? Murder is a 5% chance of success. Yikes, that's pretty much nothing. I don't think... I think I'm better off looking for secrets where there are none, to be honest. I don't know what you guys think. 5% chance is like basically nothing. I don't think any events would even bring us out of that hole. Let's go to war with Asturias. Try and bring our allies in. I'm getting greedy, aren't I? I'm getting greedy. What's the worst that could happen? We've got the piety for it. Declare that war, get Vizcaya. Bring our allies in. We have the prestige for it. Sure, let's do it, right? The Basque. Hey guys, other people. Let me guess. Spanish are invading Basque. No, the French. Have fun. How's it going, buddy? Glad you could make it today. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Do it now. Seize unlimited power. That's what I'm thinking, Salinganya. We do need to put our wife to work. That's a good point. I do need to do that. Brutus Gaming. How's it going, buddy? Conciliation is boring. Good for talling, though. I mean, it's interesting. I'm glad they've introduced alternative ways to actually play it all out. Surprises me. I would have thought hostility would be more common since the game is pretty pro-war. Yeah, I guess they stacked the what are they called, catalysts accordingly. All right, let's declare this war for the county of Vizcaya. Hey, you know, if we see an income drop, having more territory helps with that, right? That makes sense to me. Declare this war. We outnumber them with our allies together. What about me myself alone? Just 1,290. I don't outnumber them alone. That's important to keep in mind. Declare this war. Thank you very much. Go ahead and enjoy the music. This music's too good. This music's too good. Alright, sorry, I hate interrupting the music, but it's so good. I just like start vibing with it. You know, the meme of the cat like bobbing its head to the music? That's how I feel. It's legit. The Iberian struggle. The Iberian Peninsula is in turmoil, a conflict born of its storied past. Outsiders covet the land, and the great Muslim and Christian powers seek to sway its people. But those who live and die on its soil will ultimately determine its fate. I will not let slip my vision for my homeland. By God, House de Vasconia will weather the storm and see my will fulfilled. You're one of the involved participants in this Iberian struggle. The region is currently in a phase of opportunity. Your actions and those of other participants will determine the future phases of the struggle and its ending. It is time to take hold of fate. It's funny, it's actually my first time hearing this music as well. I was explaining this earlier too, but when I'm recording for videos, I play without music so I can add music later and it's not all cut up. So this is my first time hearing the music as well. And it only just occurred to me when we heard the war music for the first time. Lotharingia will join us. Excellent. This was expensive. I need to stock up on some prestige after these wars are done. Let's pull you back to here. Raise all here. These guys should be able to join us right away, actually. And we should be able to push in right away. Oh, cool. All right, sure. Why not? Actually, that was great. I was worried that they wouldn't be able to join me until they disbanded their armies and brought them back in. But these back-to-back wars have actually worked nicely for us. Toulouse is joining us as well. And good point. Let me check real quick. Do we have access to... sorry, not culture. Do we have access to... Yes, we do. Metropolitan and Coterie. All right, so these are the two struggle-related legacies that we now have access to, which is what we were waiting for before we made a decision. As we spoke previously, warfare and glory both make sense because of our goals and our ambitions. But let's take a look at Metropolitan here. Excuse me. Metropolitan... oh, good point, Spindle. Before I forget, because I will. Sorry, one sec, folks. Let's go ahead and get our Marshal helping with control in our capital at least. I don't often use the Marshal for that, but for the jeez, how slow does this go? Okay, we'll see how much work he actually gets done in terms of improving control, and we might move him back to something else if needed. But at least for our capital, I would like to have decent control. That's a good point. I should use our Marshal for that. Anyway, back on the prior topic. So Metropolitan is kind of about development and city building and castle building too. So influential cities. Every city increases the monthly development growth of its county by 20%. Republican education. Dynasty members can receive the Town Maven line of traits in addition to their education trait if they're educated in a high development county, which I think is really cool, and it's a way to make location more important. Dedicated contributors decreases the construction time and cost in city buildings and for city holdings as well. Prestigious development, gain 150 prestige and potentially attract guests when completing a building in a city holding. And then flourishing cities unlocks the expand cities decision. So it's an interesting line. I don't know if it lines up with our goals for this playthrough, but it is very much about, it's a development-focused legacy trait or legacy line, or whatever you want to call it. There's also Coterie, which is about the unity of the house. So inner circle house members will not need a salary when appointed to a court position and can be fired without losing prestige. Reliable house gives us 10% of our counselor's primary skills. So for example, the spy master's intrigue, 10% of that gets added to ours, which is pretty cool. Unity improves house opinion, gain more prestige when contributing to a house member's war as well, and it also gives us the call house member to war option when we want to, like, if we want to spread our house around and get them involved in wars where we're able to do that more easily. Shared information unlocks share secrets, exchange known secrets with members of your house, which is pretty cool. And pragmatic roots, dynasty members can disinherit their children for a prestige and tyranny cost. So rather than it being locked to house heads and dynasty heads, now members can do it as well. Though again, of course, it comes at a cost. It'll be irrelevant for us in this lifetime at least, and probably for every lifetime, because we're at the top of the food chain there. I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, I feel like as much as we waited to see what they were and what they mean, I don't know if Metropolitan or Coterie make sense as much as warfare or perhaps glory. So I could throw it up for a vote. Coterie sounds very interesting. To me, of the two new ones, Coterie is probably the closer one because it's about like house unity and, again, our line getting independent from our Frankish Kings and things like that. So that kind of lines up. I'm curious what you guys think, and I might actually throw up a poll as well after this war is done, perhaps. Marshal is quite bad, so it'll be still... Oh, true. Is our Marshal that bad? I always mix these two up. Oh, he is quite bad. I thought it was my boy. Yeah, my son. Who is this guy? Is he a powerful vassal? Oh, he is, isn't he? Ah. I need my vassals to like me in order to get succession changed. So I should perhaps keep him in that role. What are we looking at here? Some slight opposition. Am I able to sway? No, because I'm doing my befriend scheme. So keep that going. I want that high partition. We only have access to it because of our culture, Visigothic codes. But I want that high partition sooner rather than later. I always do wonder how long it would take to get things under control logically. It's difficult, right? Because grassroots rebellions and stuff can really push back more than one might expect. And control represents quite a bit in a very tumultuous time as well, right? Where propaganda isn't as easy as our modern era, for example. Truth is relative, as we've been talking about. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Thank you very much. And over to Marshall. Well, we can't yet, right? Because we have to wait. How long do we have to wait? When can we change? 872. 2 years. In 2 years' time, we'll be able to change it. What is our buddy up to right now? Keep mixing it up. He's just finding secrets, right? We'll let him finish finding secrets again. With Truth is Relative, we'll be able to fabricate some if he doesn't find any. And then we can start fabricating hooks against the dukes and stuff, and then try and bring them into our independence struggle. Yeah, the Marshal's really bad. The Marshal is really bad. He's only temporary, though. Just keeping him there until we're able to enact high partition, and then we'll get rid of him. Then we'll get rid of him. He's one of our vassals, so I don't want to fire him, unfortunately. Metropolitan is such a weird tradition without playable republics first. I wonder how far away we are from republics and trade getting a little facelift. You gotta go, Spindle. All right, sounds good, buddy. Well, thanks for coming through. Glad you could make it. I'll catch you in the Discord after. Again, I'm trying to figure out my new schedule, and the way it's going right now should mean that after my streams on Monday and Friday, I end up in the Discord afterwards, at least for a little bit, before putting my nose to the grindstone. So hopefully I'll catch you in the Discord afterwards. But, buddy, thank you very much for coming through and for handling some of those bots as they came through as well. Appreciate it. Have yourself a beautiful rest of the evening. Fabricating secrets is a really cool mechanic. Oh, yeah. I love that angle of gameplay so much. So very much. To the Perceptive Anso. In my work at the court of King Charles, I failed to find any secrets his wife Queen Irmintrude might possess. However, the truth does not have to stop us. It would be simple to make sure that Irmintrude suddenly did have secrets she would not want to get out. Ooh, 50 gold. Well, we have the money for it. It's a strong hook. Now, we can't use her for independence struggle, but if we decide to abduct or murder our king during a war, or otherwise have something unfortunate befall him, that could go a very long way. That could go a very long way, because having someone's wife as a co-conspirator is I think the most powerful position, and then second is the spy master. I might have them backwards, but yes, see it done. That is a worthwhile expense, I would say. Beautiful. Fabrication hook on Queen Ermintrude. Okay, good. There's our strong hook, and we can use it over and over again because it is a strong hook. But the next order of business I actually want to check is, how will this realm... Oh, no, it's election-based, right? I was just wondering how this realm might divide. It will divide into Aquitaine and West Francia, will it? Yeah, it will. If I kill my king, if I kill my liege, my independence struggle would be with only Aquitaine, if I'm not mistaken. And Aquitaine, the Kingdom of, will be easier to tackle than the entirety of Francia. That is something to keep in mind. That is something to keep in mind. He is 47. So there's time yet to pull the trigger on that. That hook won't expire. No. So strong hooks do not expire. Oh, it will. 10 years only? I thought strong hooks didn't expire. Or did they change that in a patch? Or am I forgetting? Because it's been so long since I've used strong hooks. I know they don't... Oh, you know, I had it backwards. My apologies. They just don't disappear when you do use them. Good point. Good point. Thanks for the reminder. A little rough around the edges. My apologies. So we have 10 years to pull the trigger on this. We'll try and strengthen our hold down here and then work towards murdering our liege, 5%. But once we involve some of the other... co-conspirators, I think we'll be fine. Are we... Hold on a second. Are we... Yeah, I'm my king's marshal as well. And he has us... So I just noticed, if we try to kill our liege... Oh, what a story we're weaving already. Because we're managing the royal guards... Oh, no. That doesn't make sense. If I'm the marshal, I should be able to tell the guards to, you know, be busy themselves with something else, and so I can get the kill in. It's not Aqua, it's Aquitaine? Aquitaine? Huh. Learn something new every day. Thank you very much. We'll move to kill him shortly. I want to, like, secure my foothold down here real quick first. At least end this war. I wasn't expecting to push for independence so quickly. Because that's the other thing. I don't want to have the realm be divided and then not be able to take advantage of it right away. Is the other thing, right? We have this befriend scheme going as well. 22 months. We have an alliance with Toulouse. I don't know if that's enough to actually get them to join us, though, for independence. But that split could be pretty cool. That reminds me, though, I did just leave my my guy here not doing anything. He's still looking for secrets. That's not what I want. I want him to support schemes as I try to fabricate some hooks. Befriending him. Allies though we might be, nothing like having a hook. If he catches me, he's not going to be too happy about it. Well, let's try it. Start down south, because if we have that split happen, we have to worry ourselves with the local situation. We don't have to worry ourselves with up north too much, right? If we have that split happen. Oh, no. That's, for the record, me saying learn something new every day is me appreciating the correction. I say this all the time. I appreciate people correcting my pronunciation. I do try to get them as right as possible. Forgive me if I continue to get it wrong, but I do like to try and get them as correct as possible. So me saying that wasn't me saying anything negative. It was positive. It was like, thank you. it was my way of saying thank you. I apologize if I came across the wrong way. One of my acquaintances died in my dungeons. Oh, who do I have in my prisons? Domingo. Are you worth anything to me? Prowess of 10. It could be a decent knight, I suppose, compared to some of the ones I have right now. 19 years old. He's not worth all that much. What could I ransom you for anything? No. Nothing worthwhile. Nothing worthwhile. I'm Catalan, I can attest. No, it's definitely good to correct me when I get something wrong like that. Ivan Ferostov, or Ivan Ferostov, I apologize on the topic of pronunciations if I butchered that. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you're enjoying the show, buddy, don't hesitate to let me know. Leave a like down below. Where are these guys headed? So they're pulling back out. These guys are coming up to Bordeaux, potentially. I could keep pushing deeper and deeper into their territory. Hit their capital. Make for a quick victory, potentially. We'll suffer 100 casualties there, which we can't really afford. That's like 10% of our army. So let's go ahead and actually take Santillana first, and then we'll move into to their capital. I will be, for the record, to clarify, butchering a lot of pronunciations down here. All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure I was... Did I off someone yet? Not yet. We'll be offing our own king sooner than I expected. I just want to make sure this war gets taken care of before I jump the gun there. But we will be killing our liege significantly sooner than I'd previously anticipated. Right now, just trying to secure our foothold in the Iberian Peninsula. These guys are coming back over here, right? I wonder if I shouldn't... Oh, crap. They were so close to winning this siege. That really is unfortunate. We were not going to be able to get back there in time. So that siege has been a waste of... Oh. Oh, no. We still won't be able to get back there in time. 59 days. What do you guys think? Should we try and make it back there and give up our progress over here? 6 months left to finish this. It would take us 2 months to get to this battlefield. Reinforcements are arriving. They'll be outnumbered 2 to 1. I don't think they have 2 months of fighting left in them. They did just disembark. They did just disembark. This is my guy. Oh, but their advantage is much higher. What is? I guess the disembark doesn't count right now. I guess they waited long enough in Irun that it doesn't affect them, and they have the defensive advantage over here because again the siege hadn't flipped. So I don't know if we should chase after that. Don't think it's worth it. We're not involved there. It's our allies from Toulouse. Oh man, maybe we would have made it over. I feel kind of bad. I think we could have made it there. Oh, I feel really bad. We definitely could have made it there. We should have won that battle. Crap. But hey, their efforts were not in vain. This army has been significantly hurt. The enemy army has been significantly damaged. We'll finish our siege over here and then return to Ipiscoa, or Irun specifically. I wonder if I should station besiegers and go back. A little worrying to take that risk. Oh, I could try and kill my marshal. That's a good point. That's one way to take care of a vassal who isn't doing us any favors. And I mean any favors. 6 months, this will take how long? 4 months? And then 2 months to get all the way back there? I don't know if that's enough time. I wish these guys would go over and, like, just take care of them themselves. Station besiegers. Move myself over. Let's see if these guys come with me. I don't know if they will. I don't think they will. And if they don't come with me, I don't have a chance in hell. 405 against 1400. Not a chance. If I say I'm going to attack them, is that going to draw you out? Nope. Alright, stay put. The AI still leaves a little to be desired when it comes to wars, I find. This victory will be handy. It's not the capital, but it reduces loss of troops when we try to go for the capital. Come on now, quickly now. Quickly now. Come on. There we go. Go ahead and bring you guys over. Form up, and then we'll dive in. Unfortunately, they'll take Ipiscoa. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We'll try and cut these guys off. Now you come. Yeah, there it is. They have a little rebellion happening in Navarra as well, it seems. Go ahead and merge these guys together. I'm almost tempted to go in and finish this army off. We'll see where they end up. We'll see where they end up. Go over to Irun. Take this back before they're able to fill up the garrison, right? It'll only take 3 months. Excellent. I don't want them to have their defensive advantages down here. 1 sec, folks. Gotta take care of an unwelcome bot. I don't know why there are so many of them. They keep plaguing me. Every video they comment, every live stream they show up. YouTube really has to do something about that. Oh no. Courtier killed in siege. My courtier Anterio. I actually missed this. My wife was captured. Excuse me? How did I miss that? What? Yeah, I guess she was staying at the capital. I need to remember that Bordeaux is no longer my capital. Irun is. Crap. That's... Alright. Lesson learned, lesson learned. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Get our capital back, and then we'll move towards their capital. Seek vengeance. And we'll have him pay for kidnapping our wife. We'll have him pay. Who took her? Who took her? The King of Navarra? As soon as this fabricate hook is completed, I think we might try and kill this guy. Before we try and kill our own liege, maybe. Maybe. What do y'all think? Just for kidnapping our wife. Yeah, I wish you could tell allies to follow you. Oh no, we're fine. I wish you could tell allies to be attached to you or have some control over where allies go. Ease, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it. Having a good Monday, I hope. Start to the week. Slay the marshal like the mod. Slay those ads. I do wonder. I mean, he is bad, but there are other things we might want to do as well, such as kill the guy that... Wow. My dear Casilo, I might not have loved you, yet I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You were always there, my constant companion. To think that you would perish in King Garcia's dungeons. It is unforgivable. F's in chat, folks. F's in chat for our lovely wife, the mother of our 2 children. She gave birth to a 3rd thing, though, and that is my quest for vengeance. Man. 5% chance of success here? Why? Why so low? Because we're at war. As soon as peace comes, we are going to slay this fool. Our liege be damned. We'll chase after him shortly afterwards. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm kind of... Maybe I should kill his kill his wife as a form of vengeance, so he can feel the pain and then kill him. THC Dreams, time for a new model. I mean, it is a time of kings and queens, and what is a king or a duke even without their queen or perhaps duchess? There are alliances to be made. There are potentially good traits to be found as well, maybe. But for now, I think there's a war to be won first. Let us prioritize that, and then we'll deal with family matters. I can't believe it. As I was saying the sentence, oh, we'll get revenge for kidnapping my wife. As I'm saying that, she dies. Can we stay put? Yeah, let's wait for these guys to actually come a little bit closer, and then we'll dive into this battle over here. Make sure we win this siege. Come on, come through. Don't pull back. Why are you pulling back? There's nothing back there. All right, good. They're falling back. Let's push forward ourselves. See if we can't catch them on the retreat. With our reinforcements, we'll have a clean victory. Come on, baby. There we go. Beautiful. Reinforcements coming through. This is excellent. Oh, no. You were wounded by Count Rodrigo Dieguez. That's the risk of being in the front lines. Okay, good. I've been healed. Yo, my knight's actually doing quite well. We're a little over our domain limit. I feel like we should reward him with some territory. Now wipe Navarre from the face of the earth. True vengeance, eh? Emma Marshall, Crusader Kings is back. Huzzah, I arrived just in time for you to lose your wife. Perfect timing. Crusader Kings is back indeed. Glad you can make it today. Hope you're having a good time so far. And yes, we are back every Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. This story will be told until there is a next story to be told and a next one after that. But glad you can make it today. It's a good chance to remarry someone that can still give us children, yes, though, again, high partition ideally will get there sooner rather than later. We've got another knight over here. Are you worth anything, Alfonso? No, oh my goodness, you're terrible. What would cause this victory? Just having battles won, I guess. Yeah. No particular like prisoner or anything. Very well. Victory is ours. Let's bring an end to this war. Enforce our demands. Gain the contested title, which is Vizcaya. Vizcaya. Go ahead and enforce. Yes, please and thank you. Done. Greetings, Duke Anso of Gascogne. Tales of your misdeeds are told from Ireland to Cathay. You're a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. Excellent. Disband all of our armies. Bring an end to the expense. Our prestige took a real big hit, didn't it? Damn, I missed what caused the negative. But we'll recover from that. We can't go to war anytime soon, though. Kill the king, marry the wife, imprison her, and then execute. Oh, man. Captain Saint Tom there with a man with a plan. Kill the king, marry the wife, imprison her, and then execute. Jeez. Which legacy we choose? We didn't actually pick one yet. We didn't pick one yet, Conrado. Damn. You know, I kind of like that. Okay, this fabricate hook will take how long now? 9 months. 58% chance of success. I don't want to have wasted all that time. This man has 9 months to live. And then hopefully, I don't think we'll actually be able to convince her to marry us. But why don't we go ahead and pin her just in case. So we can find her after the murder has taken place and see what we can do there. But yes, I don't want to interrupt this fabricate hook. I want to mention actually on that note that the struggle, if we go into hostility, we will be able to have one extra hostile scheme at the same time. And hostility is actually taken over past conciliation. That's good. I think we want to push towards hostility. So we'll see how that plays out. There's our catalyst trigger as well from the war that we just won. Helping ever so slightly. Your wife sucks, let her die in prison. My wife? My current wife did die in prison. Too bad Catholics can't keep concubines. You could steal the wife. I don't mind murdering him and getting his wife. Maybe we can get a wife who will fill in the skill. I mean, yeah, that's the other option, is to actually consider who we might get value from. Because, again, our like stewardship could use some help. And there might be a good option there, like Winfrey. Ooh. Intelligent. High stewardship. Good intrigue and diplomacy as well, but very high stewardship. We have a Hale option here as well, but she's a bit on the older side, so won't have children as easily for as long. Because is it 35 or 40? I forget now when the cutoff is. But Winfrieda over here with the intelligent. Yeah, revenge aside, you need to marry for stats. It's true. Vengeance will come in the murder of the king. I liked how skeezy that plot was. Keith Hinder putting it rightly is some Medici crap. Talking about Crusader Kings gameplay is always hilarious. Out of context probably gets you on a couple lists. Oh, 100% Jade of Arc. Definitely on a couple lists just for playing Crusader Kings and the conversations we have. Beaver Games, what do you do in this game? You play a character in charge of a realm as a count, a duke, a king, or an emperor. And, you live life in the medieval era. That includes war, diplomacy, marriage, medieval Tinder, all sorts of good stuff. It's a lot to explain, but it's an extremely fun strategy game. True, I could abduct his wife. Okay, what do you guys think? We'll marry Winfrieda for the intelligent trait and that stewardship buff, but then we'll abduct his wife, execute her in prison, and then murder him. I think that feels good. 45 is the cutoff. Thank you. I was blending 35 and 40 there. So it's Hoi 4, but in medieval? Kind of. But more character focused. The goal, Billy Chops, is to form Old Vasconia and to settle the Iberian dispute, the Iberian struggle, I should say, with Gasconian dominance. We will recreate our old faith and see where that takes us. Alex N, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show, buddy. If you are, again, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Hit that like button. 240 people watching, about 170 likes, folks. If you've been enjoying, hit the like button. Just let me know, and it gives me a good idea of what people like seeing on the channel. Let's go ahead with Winfrieda. I think that's the right call. We'll lose a bit of prestige. It's already in the pits, which is my only concern with this decision. We could take the hit. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Intelligent and that stewardship bump. We'll find ways to gain prestige. We'll host like feasts and hunts and stuff. We'll do it. All right, send the proposal. Not matrilineal. Good. Who is the recipient actually? Okay, no one in this region. Let's go for it. Yeah, sounds good to me. We'll work on the abduction after the fabricate hook is done, and we can actually take a look at things like calling a hunt and hosting a feast. Cost 67 gold. Let's maybe secure our wealth a little bit more first, and then we'll dive into this. Let's get us screw it. Let's do it now. Sound the horn. 2 victories. We are mourning the loss of our wife. Sound the horn, and perhaps prepare a feast for our upcoming wedding. Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot about the mod I have that makes weddings a bit more interesting. So why don't we save some money and see what we can do with that mod first? Because it's a new mod. I haven't played it before, so I want to make sure we're able to engage with it. Seems as though an independence faction has formed, as was mentioned previously. King Charles is master of the hunt. The Duke of Barcelona is actually looking for independence. How is this faction looking? Doesn't have that much strength. 1 member. I'll see who else joins before I throw myself in with the lot. I think that makes sense. I wanted to be the leader of this faction, but at the end of the day, it hits the same goal that I want to hit. But I want to make sure that we're not the only 2 people joining in and we get crushed, imprisoned, and lose our titles and everything, right? With Planet Zoo, again, I've said this a couple times during the stream, but I will try and get things back in order as soon as I can. It's been a hectic year, but I'm working actively on trying to get things back on schedule and back on track is the most I can promise right now. Ahmad, you gotta go. Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming through today. Hope you had a good time. You'll see the rest of it as the VOD. It'll be up right after the stream is done today. And again, we'll be live again next week, Monday, to continue the story. But thanks for coming through, buddy. Hope you have yourself a wonderful night's rest. Wait to see if you'll have to pay for your marriage. Yes, exactly, Conrado. That's exactly what I was thinking. Wedding preparations. Here they are. As the wedding organizer, it falls upon me to oversee the wedding preparations. An event like this is a massive undertaking, and the decisions I make now could influence my reputation, my relationship with my spouse's family, and perhaps most important of all, my relationship with Duchess Winfrida of Gascogne. So again, folks, just to clarify, this is the mod expanded marriages, extended weddings, extended marriages. I'll share the mod names in the description after the stream is done. I'll add them down in there. But this is modded content. It is not a part of the base game. Just wanted to make it crystal clear so people don't get confused as to what's going on here. So either I could just make it it's just a formality and there won't be an actual wedding activity, or let's get to work. You will organize a wedding activity, which is, I guess, similar to a feast kind of a thing, if memory serves me right from the mod description. This gives you chances to decide your relationship with your spouse and their family, but can be costly. Your choices will influence the following factors: the wedding budget, which is the amount of gold we'll pay, wedding quality. An amazing wedding will earn you prestige and the respect of your spouse's family, but whether your spouse appreciates this will depend on their personality, and spouse compatibility. It influences the end relationship we get with our spouse. Choosing options that increase spouse compatibility can yield a more positive relationship, while lowering it can sour your spouse's view of you considerably. This mod can result in rivals forming and in friendships forming, in soulmates and stuff as well. So there's a lot of potential outcomes with this mod based on the mod description. So let's get to work and see exactly what we can do. Medieval Tinder, I said earlier, yes, this game absolutely has a medieval Tinder facet to it, 100%. What was are there dedicated days for Songs of Conquest? I do need to bring Songs of Conquest back as well. I have to figure out my schedule for sure. And no worries, Beaver Game. Sorry, I just didn't mean to. I just reiterating. Any other mods? Yes, the one about capturing prisoners and depositing them, and barbershop. But yes, let's get to work with this wedding planning. I accept your marriage proposal. You will be joined with my acquaintance Winfrida in holy matrimony. May you find strength and support in your union. Excellent. So we're already married right away. But the wedding hasn't happened. Oh, hello. Okay, there's Jarl Halstein of Northman Army. I'm not going to help. In fact, if he struggles, it's better for us. Maybe it is time to join this independence struggle, or independence faction, I should say. Yeah, it's a really cool mod. The concept of it's really cool. I'm curious to put it through its paces. It is also save game compatible, so if you have an existing save game and you want to add this mod to it, I believe it is save game compatible. So before I get to planning the ceremony, I ought to consider the impression we're aiming for. Will this be a grand display of wealth and prestige, or perhaps a humble display of restraint? What kind of reception the event receives will have much to do with my soon-to-be wife's tastes, but of course, there is her family to consider as well. So let's see. Duchess Winfrida, she is wrathful, content, and diligent. So we don't want to upset her. She is content, though, so she might not want anything too lavish, especially as somebody who is rather thrifty and is a good steward. She might not want something too lavish, as I put her to manage the domain, specifically. However, I, myself, am rather arrogant. And brave, so maybe I'll brave her wrath. But I am rather arrogant, so I feel like I would personally want a rather massive wedding if we can afford it, right? I think so. So we shall create spectacle for the ages. The wedding budget greatly increases. The wedding quality greatly increases. I like that it doesn't tell us the numbers. That makes it a bit more interesting. Let's just try and meet expectations here. No immediate effects, or a small and simple affair would be best, which gives us a bit of stress. CZ, Mikey, and Sep Gilen, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, you know what to do again. Let me know down below. Hit that like button, and yeah, I mean, hey, if you're watching the VOD, by the way, leave a like, leave a comment as well. It really just helps me know what to do on the channel. We shall create a spectacle for the ages. What do you guys think? Again, we're arrogant, right? We're arrogant, and this could help our prestige, which is really in the pits right now. We just got a beautiful wife. We want to show our new prize and all her glory with gold and silver to match. Yeah, it's like just as a little note to Navarro. It's like, don't worry, I've got a replacement wife. It sounds so terrible, so callous. This hat, I believe, is one of the new
one of the new additions with this new DLC. Don't know what it's called. Tall pleated tocado. So it's a fitting, I think, Basque, hat. But correct me if I'm wrong. We shall create a spectacle for the ages. I see Matty V saying spectacle. That X saying go big or go broke. Why not both? We shall create a spectacle for the ages. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this plays out. So, war for our liege, drowning in questions. By St. Joseph, what a hassle this is. The servants come one after the other, and the questions never end. My head is swimming. Red flowers or blue flowers, fresh quail or fine cheeses. It's enough to drive a man mad. Seeing my consternation, Louis-Paul approaches me. Perhaps you could use some help with this, my lord. This is my spy master. That's an interesting person to have involved in your wedding. I mean, he's a good spy master. For the love of God, yes. He gets a weak hook on me. But the quality somewhat increases. I can power through this on my own. It fits my arrogance, right? Makes me a little stressed out, but hey, that's par for the course for my character and for myself. We've got I don't need your help, and this is all stupid anyway. Oh, so I just like start not caring. Nothing some lists and ledgers can't solve. So either I can power through this on my own, or, again, my stewardship has got the help of my wife now. We could go for nothing some lists and ledgers can't solve. Wedding quality greatly increases, and it uses one of our, more capable skills, and it's like planning the wedding with my wife. I think that makes sense. A basket hat is what it looks like. Oh my goodness, Masonberry. Quality. I love it. This mod is really cool, but I hope they add an option to avoid wedding notifications for every courtier. Yeah, I'm not sure if it shows up for every lowborn that you marry. Yeah, we're definitely going broke. No, our income is 3.2. We're okay. Nothing some lists and ledgers can't solve. Is it multitasking if you're getting your ass handed to you by two plus people at once, or do you actually have to actively fend them off? I think you have to actively fend them off to count as multitasking. Nothing some lists and ledgers can't solve. Let's go for it. Best quality, right? Do you just keep murdering your wives? I mean, you can if you want to. That's not my plan, but if you want to, you absolutely can. Who counts as family? A wedding is supposed to be the blending of two families, but oh, how large families can be. Mothers and fathers are one thing, but grandparents, children, sisters, brothers, where do we draw the line? Every new invitee is another pew in the church and another mouth to feed at the reception. So immediate family members sounds reasonable, but cousins is too much. Reducing the budget a little bit, but of course disappointing adult cousins of both families. The more the merrier invites everybody, so it keeps the cost as what it is. We said go big or go broke. I said why not both? Let's get them all in there. Let's get them all in there. The more the merrier. Invite the lot. We're not going to be able to afford our own wedding. It's going to put us in debt, isn't it? We can't declare war anytime soon anyway. So it's fine. That's like the primary thing we'd use money for is like mercenaries and stuff. So it's fine. It's fine. Bastards aren't family. The teacher. I've noticed your interest in the arts of subterfuge, my lord. I might be able to help you learn even more. My guest Alicia smiles bitterly as she joins me in the gardens. She is as renowned as anyone with these sets of skills can get, and I would like to deepen my knowledge of intrigue. Who are you? Oh, decent skill, actually. Yes, a guest of mine. She's a seductress. She is a seductress. A vengeful one at that. This could be dangerous. She becomes my mentor. The funny thing is that I just realized I can actually change my my lifestyle now. I'll wait until we get one more perk out of it, because we're like 2/3 of the way there. But then we can change our lifestyle. What do you guys think? I'm a little concerned. I think she has an ulterior motive over here, and she has the, I think, power to pull it off. That's my worry. She wants to Black Widow me. I mean, I'm already married, so she can't do that aspect of the Black Widow, at least. Holy Orders are your friends. Yes, Holy Orders. Mercenaries as well, though. They're a lot cheaper during the opportunity phase and hostility phase. Mercenaries become a lot cheaper, right? Let's try it. I'm arrogant. I believe I can, and brave. I believe I can take her on if he tries tries to be too clever with me. Lead the way, Alicia. Teach me all you have to teach. I'm gonna live to regret that decision. All right, how's this faction looking? Still just the one member. See, that's the thing. You gotta plan, Duke Bernat. You gotta plan for something like this. Preparations complete. The food is being cooked. The wine has been ordered. My servants are buzzing around the clock, guiding guests to their rooms and decorating the main hall just as I asked. The results, I must say, are spectacular. Never in my life have I seen such incredible dishes. I may have planned it all, but watching it come together has taken my breath away. This shall be a day to remember. The cost of it all is within what I had expected, and the treasury should be able to bear it. Now there is the matter of the ceremony itself. To think, in just a few short days, I will have a wife. I've got butterflies. The wedding will progress with the following qualities set. The wedding budget is medium, the wedding quality is high, and we start the wedding in Ipuskoa. Ipuskoa? I hope I'm saying that correctly. So, there are 3 phases to marriage with this mod. One is preparations, which we just finished. Now we're going to the actual wedding. So I've got butterflies, and it's time for the ceremony. So as you can see, there's a new icon for it and everything. It's a bit like a feast. Not too many people are attending, but enough people are attending, I suppose. But yeah, so now we're in the second phase, which is the actual ceremony itself. It's a very cool mod. Very cool mod. I pick my wives by their ability. I mean, wait, hold on. I didn't read the second half first. And yes, dukes can create holy orders, only in later phases, though. Only in hostility, I thought, right? Is it an opportunity as well? Where is it? I forget which one it shows under. Yeah, it's in hostility, holy order creation for dukes. So hopefully we keep creeping towards hostility, and it looks like it's neck and neck, but it does lean towards hostility right now. But that's a conversation for after. Today is the day. Everyone is in their places. The guests are arranged in the main hall, and here I am in an alcove by the doors, waiting for my turn to join the procession. My mind is racing. In just a few short minutes, my life will change forever. Oh God, the butterflies again. Is this the right decision? Am I ready for this? Is Duchess Winfrida of Gascogne really the one for me? My reverie is disrupted as my servant gives me my cue, and I feel myself moving towards the great doors and into my new life. Here we go. Above and beyond. When the procession enters the great hall, an audible gasp comes up from the crowd. It appears our tireless preparations have paid off. The splendor of it all is not lost on Duchess Winfrida of Gascogne, who offers me an approving smile as she comes down the aisle. It was worth it for that look alone. My compatibility with my spouse to be greatly improves, and I gain 100 prestige. Excellent. At the altar. After walking the length of the hall in careful ceremony, I now stand at the altar with Duchess Winfrida of Gascogne across from me, so close I could touch her. My heart is racing with fear and excitement. The priest turns to me and asks me for those sacred words. I do. I now pronounce you husband and wife. With those words, Duchess Winfrida of Gascogne and I turn to face the crowd, which erupts in applause. My heart shudders as I take her hand for the first time, and we walk down the aisle, flanked by the approving faces of both our families. I breathe a sigh of relief. The hard part is over. I am married. May God grant us long life and happiness. I really hope that the descriptions for these events change based on the decisions you made for preparations. Like, if you were more callous, like, I don't really care, this is stupid anyway, I hope you're less all butterflies and giggles and stuff, and you're more just like, I'm just here because it's a formality. I do hope the mod works like that. I'm curious. But for now, yes, may God grant us long life and happiness. Now it's time for the reception, which I think is the third phase. Now it's time for the real reason people go to weddings, the reception. The mood is raucous as the feast begins. From our seat at the high table, my wife and I can see our two families beginning to mingle. Someone raises a toast to our health, and a cheer rises from the room. No doubt it'll be the first of many tonight. Let's get this party started. All right. So, at this point, it transforms into being kind of a feast. And I see it's like, oh, there's too many pop-ups. They only come up when you're getting married, which isn't, I mean, unless you're murdering all your wives, it's not too common an occurrence. So far I'm okay with it, I guess. We could all tell Duchess Winfrieda had too much to drink, even though she insisted on showing us how sober she was. Simply rising from her seat proved too much for her, and now I am covered in stinking vomit. I don't want to... Oh, I am arrogant. I am arrogant. This would stress me out a lot. My compatibility with her suffers if I call her out, and she loses some prestige and a bit of opinion with me. Just being angry. Look, I'm arrogant. What can I say? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Winfrieda. You're making me look like a fool after all this effort I put into this wedding. My goodness. But I believe the wedding is still... Yeah, oh, there's some more guests attending now as well, which is good. Hopefully some of our... cousins. I was hoping some of our vassals were in here to help relations, you know. I paid for the wine she just tossed on me. It is cutely written. It's very well written, and it's quite an interesting mini-adventure. What started as an ordinary wedding became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Mayor Garcia. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. What a good evening. I think he is one of my vassals, actually, so that's helpful. Oh, looks like Count Garcia approves. We've got to get these two guys to approve. Just make them be terrified of me. Maybe I should do some executions instead. I don't want to throw them in jail. There's no point in doing that. Hang on, though. What is... Oh, powerful vassal. Didn't recognize it in the blue. But is our wedding done? No, still happening. Speed time up a little bit. This hostile scheme. As soon as this fabricate hook is done, we'll go ahead and murder this queen. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Barfed on the groom. Death. Can you imagine? All that money and time just to kill the new Duchess. I feel like I'm hearing pop-up sounds, but not seeing any pop-ups. You wanted to ransom... Who is this? And who are you? King Alfonso's marshal. Don't know if having a hook on him or anything is worth anything. So sure, I'll take the gold. You can have the child. It means nothing to me. Go for it. Should have killed him instead for some dread, I guess. The crowd clapping, joyous and excited. Meanwhile, the crossbowman in eye view. Yeah, he's like my bodyguard. I don't have a bodyguard yet. I didn't think I could afford it. At least our monthly income is looking a lot better now. Plus 3.2 compared to the whatever horrible number it was when we lost our wife and moved our capital to Irun. Wife and teacher catfight. Maybe. I'm wondering how our mentor plays out. Count Garcia gained 20 opinion of me. My wife's average diplomacy skill led to this windfall. He already likes me, though, if I recall correctly. He's the one who is on this side. Yeah. It's these two that I need to like me more. As my guests depart, we feasted and danced late into the night, but now my guests are finally headed home. As they file out of the hall, my heart flutters with anticipation. Soon, Duchess Winfrieda of Gascogne and I will be alone for the first time. This will be our first night of many. Now to truly get to know you, my wife. Alright, so we've gained another 150 prestige. So this wedding this was a good call to recovering our prestige. Every guest has gained 20 opinion of us for 10 years, and here are the possible outcomes. Lover, soulmate, friend, rival, or none. 11% chance of rivalry? That must be because we yelled at her, which is not entirely unfair. But now to truly get to know you, my wife. A very close friend. Winfrieda and I laughed and laughed as we made our way from the hall to our room, bantering over a silly joke we came up with over the reception. When we got to the bedroom, however, her smile fell ever so slightly. She looks down to the floor and then back up at me, choosing her words carefully. We are married. I know what that means, she says. But I really only see you as a friend. Can we just carry on that way, apart from when we need to? Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, big oof, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I know for real. F's in chat for this conversation. Man. So, if I go with, I was about to say the same thing, we become friends. To the curb, says Classified. For real. If I go with this, we become friends. If I say friends, I don't need friends. She's upset at me. And we don't become friends. My wife just friend zoned me. Yeah, imagine getting friend zoned on your wedding by your wife. After the heartbreak and after all the time and effort and everything, just friends. I wish you'd said that a bit sooner, I guess. Yeah, exactly. Just go back. It's like, I was gonna say the same thing. I only married you for your stats. All right. I will disappointedly, I suppose, say I was about to say the same thing. I'm too arrogant to take this as a loss, right? Nah, yeah, me too, totally. Yeah, we're just friends. Whatever. Yeah, cool. Yeah, me too. So rude. So rude. God. Assassinate her? No. She's intelligent. She's got good stats. We did, let's be real, marry her for her stats. This wasn't a very romantic endeavor on our part either, truth be told. I have discovered that Count Garcia's inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected. Oh, now he already likes us. I could get a weak hook on him, but we don't need it, I don't think. He's our cousin and steward. Have him pay more, I think, is the right call. If I take a look at our vassal contract, if we go from normal to high, it goes from 0.1 to 0.2, which doesn't sound like much, but the timing of this is terrible, because I do also want to consider our succession, right? He's the only one who's not my family that actually approves. We could always sway him if need be, but it's time to right this wrong. It's time to right this wrong. Obligations are obligations. We are men of duty and tradition. What is right is right. Doesn't love me as much anymore. Still approves, though. That's good. Still approves. He's not terrified of me or anything. Fair enough. Don't know why he likes it, but I'll take it. yeah, AK Laser. And so, sure, we're just friends. Turns around and tears start streaming from his eyes 100%. Averon, I'm not bothered, honestly. I'm relieved. Has a quick cry in the bathroom. It's a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. A secret exposed. Mayor Jacques of Vernon has accused my marshal, Count Kentol, of having copulated with his lover, Countess Berengere. Such things cannot be accepted outside of marriage. God will judge these sinners. As a fornicator, can I... No. I'm not going to be able to pull off his imprisonment. It is an act of tyranny as well. Apparently fornication isn't enough of a problem in our realm. That marshal needs to... we have a lot of hostile... what's it called? Like, schemes we're trying to do. I gotta do them one at a time. I can't do multiple hostile schemes at the same time. And I know you know this, Killing Anya. So I can't kill the marshal and also abduct this guy's wife and also kill the king of Navarra. I gotta do them one at a time. One at a time. They're taking a look at chat, making sure I didn't miss anything. Friends become lovers. Wives turn to mothers. Ah, poetic. Paying the bill. Oh crap, there it is. The ceremony for my marriage to Duchess Winfrida has come to the end, and there's now the question of how to pay for it. It is well within my right to collect a royal aid duty as part of this, but some may consider it tasteless to levy an extra tax during a time of jubilation. So I could say, of course I will collect it. Who pays for their own wedding? Normal people. I gain money, but a lot of people lose popular opinion because of the increased tax from the king. Or I'll let my subjects enjoy the festivities without worry or care. I think that's a fair call, right? I think it fits my arrogance. It's funny, both of these actually work with arrogance, because on one hand, it's like, who pays for their own wedding? And on the other hand is, I can afford my own wedding. I think we let our subjects enjoy the festivities without worry or care. We can afford this just fine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This fabricate hook is almost done. 3 months left. We're very close to getting our next lifestyle perk as well, and then we'll switch to Marshall, as discussed, and we'll also go to, abduct this lady over here. Again, this guy might die before we even complete the abduction, but we'll try it nonetheless. Let's speed time up a little bit as we wait. Meanwhile, the Independence faction still only has the one member. That's the thing, you can't rush these things. You can't rush these things. My befriend scheme is, what? It just went from 10 months to 11 months. Just dancing back and forth a little bit. But my befriend scheme will hopefully work out. We'll have a hook here. And on the topic of hooks, everyone gets naked sometime. The hard part is ensuring that the troop of jugglers enter Duke Bernat's chambers at just the right time, and that there are enough servants around to speculate about the ensuing chaos. I suspect Bernat will do anything to prevent me from stoking the flames of the following rumors. Hang on, what? I have never seen this event. In all my hundreds of hours of playing Crusader Kings 3, I have never seen this event. What? It's actually, it's rather expensive as far as prestige is concerned. So I could send in the entertainers. Ends my scheme. And I get the weak hook, provided it succeeds. Or I should think more carefully about this. Gives us building influence, improving the chance of success significantly, but it does restart at 0 scheme progress. Oh, 58% chance of success. What do you guys think? We could go for it. Yeah, this must be a base game event that I just never seen. Yeah, it's funny. Beaver Games, I stream for 3 hours every Monday, unless things go crazy and we can go a little bit longer than that. So there's about another 30 minutes or so left for today's stream, give or take. We could try sending in the entertainers. I didn't realize how expensive it would be for my prestige, but let's go. Let's do it. Party time. Yes! We got our weak hook of manipulation. Now, again, it doesn't last forever, right? It'll only last until 882. Our strong hook on the queen itself only lasts until 880 if we want to actually kill him. Though, hang on a second. This is the guy in Toulouse. All right, good. So we've got the claim on the right person here. Peasant rabble in Bordeaux. That's fine. We've got the hook on the right person here. Hopefully we can befriend the Duke of Aquitaine and get a strong hook on him as well once we make him our best friend. Right? And then everybody who's involved in Aquitaine. Because again, if we kill our king, it'll split the realm. The Kingdom of Aquitaine includes Barcelona as well, but he seems interested in independence to begin with. So hopefully we are able to make that work. This is headed in the right direction. We have 10 years. 882 is our deadline for this independence struggle. So just got to keep that in mind. 882 is the deadline. How's this going? 106, 110. Slow progress, but progress nonetheless. Our truces still stand, I believe, as well. Yeah, both of our truces end in 875 and 877. We can keep pushing into Navarra, which is the plan. That's the primary objective, is to take Navarra, because Old Vasconia, as you'll maybe remember, is like almost all of Navarra, parts of Al-Andalus, and parts of Barcelona as well. So we might have to go to war with the Duke of Barcelona eventually. Oh, do these guys really not fall apart? This is the first time in all my time with the Fate of Iberia DLC that I've not seen Al-Andalus just absolutely get torn to pieces. Of course, when I need them to fall apart is the time they don't fall apart. Of course. Sorry, what was Danielle? I think I missed something. I wish the scheme success when the event triggers was more clear in this game. It drove me crazy when my 95% stuff was getting rumbled so often. It really is just dice rolls, Nick. Even 95% is still a 5% chance of failure. I don't know if you play tabletop RPGs, but 5% chance of failure is more significant than it feels sometimes. But yeah, it does feel... I've had that happen as well, where it's just like sometimes even 95% ends up failing, and it's very, very, very unfortunate. All right, one more intrigue perk available. I could... I mean, we are feeling very murderous right now. So swift execution perhaps makes sense. Oh no, we can abduct because we're involved in the struggle. I was wondering, because earlier I think it was Spindle that mentioned being known as the Terrible, having something in torture might make sense. So I'm almost wondering, do we go with Dark Insights or do we go with swift execution here? And then we'll flip to Marshall right away, of course. Did Al-Andalus change their succession type? No, I would be shocked if that was the case. Male-only Confederate partition. Yeah, so they will... When he dies, it'll split up a little bit. But I'm used to seeing, like, the rebellions and stuff see some success. Because Al-Andalus starts with rebellions at the beginning of this start date. And I've seen them have a lot more success than they did in this game. Life is just a series of dice rolls. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? But yeah, let's go with swift execution. I think it makes a bit more sense for our own goals, I think. And Murder Scheme having more power is its own kind of terror. So sure, let's go with that. And let's switch to Martial, go with Chivalry Focus. And we'll chase Gallant next. We're already a strategist, we'll chase Gallant next. And again, we are participating in wars and battles ourselves, so the extra prowess is helpful. We don't end up getting wounded more often. Alright, looks like our liege is actually losing the war against the Northman army, which is quite nice. Man. These bots today, endless. I played XCOM once for the channel anniversary last year. Not this year, but last year. We played 5 hours of XCOM with Star Wars mods. It was fun. I do want to do it. I always think about doing it, but never get around to it. When I play Iberia, I usually try to kill the guy in Al-Andalus as soon as possible to split the kingdoms. They're too powerful otherwise. We definitely will want to kill whoever's in charge at the time. He's 50, so time might do the trick. But our engagements right now are with Navarra primarily, so I'm okay to let him live for now at least. Right, our hostile scheme finished. I should be... Oh, does she not count as an involved ruler, so I can't abduct her? Because her husband is involved, so I should be able to abduct him because of the Iberian struggle mechanics. But because she's not actually a ruler, I can't abduct her. That's fine. I can still murder her. She will die. Just the cost of doing business, I suppose. Oh, Al-Andalus will be ours. There are a lot of holy sites for the faith that we're going to create. For those of you that missed it at the beginning of the stream, just really quickly, just want to point it out. Where is it? No, sorry, not Old Vasconia. Era Zarak has a lot of holy sites all the way down to Cordoba even. So we will be taking the entire Empire of Hispania and renaming it the Empire of Vasconia. An enjoyable evening. After learning that Duke Ramnulf would be guesting at a manor in the village of Mimizan, I realized that it would be the perfect occasion to meet with him. By my request, I was seated next to him for the duration of dinner, and we both had a great time. I was surprised at how much we had to talk about. Such a pleasant man. Grows closer to forming a friendship with you. Are you telling me this didn't fully succeed? Yo, don't give me that. Ah, come on. For real? I was really hoping for that friendship so I could get a strong hook on him. We have our own problems up here right now, namely splitting off from our king. Yeah, we will want to focus on that, right? What's going on here? When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of King Garcia's castle, should anything go wrong. A detailed map of the local mountains with all its hidden paths and caves would be an invaluable resource. I could explore the mountains myself. There's a chance I might end up ill, but I think I can take that risk. I'm capable. Again, it's that arrogance coming through. Let's explore the mountains ourselves. Crap, I got lost in the mountains. God damn it. It's okay, though. Only stress. It's not the end of the world, just a little bit of stress. We can live with that just fine. A wide variety of venomous critters greet me at a merchant's stall, and I'm struck by inspiration. Wouldn't one of these exquisite creatures be the perfect gift for Queen Leodegundia? I'm butchering that pronunciation. Gain... Ooh, study venomous creatures gives us +1 learning. No. One of your deadly... most interesting ones, please. Have they made intrigue events more... I've never seen these events, and I've played hundreds of hours of CK3. The merchant placed the snake in a woven basket with no questions asked. On my way home, I opened the lid, but to my surprise, I find it empty. Look, Mom, look! That man is balancing a creature on his head. A delighted voice rings out from behind me as I turn around. I see that a crowd has gathered. Ta-da! Now get it off! Get it off! Jesus, I mean, that helped my prestige. Those guys from Navarro have power armor, dear lord. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out, once we attempt to kill the Queen of Navarra, do we immediately move against our king? Try and kill him, use the spouse, because we have that hook, try and split the realm, and then at least between myself and the Duke of Toulouse, we should be able to fight for independence. Man, what a start to this campaign. That's what I'm thinking too, Jazzy. New events with the DLC and updates and stuff. It's just weird that they didn't come up while I was playing previously. It's so wild to me, but I'm glad there are new stuff. Cradled by death. As the door to the birthing chamber is open, I am not greeted by smiling midwives and a crying babe, but instead, Duchess Winfrieda's heart-wrenching wails. I am so sorry, my lord. The midwife does not look me in the eye. In her arms is a tiny, covered bundle. Your daughter, she is in heaven now. My daughter? In heaven? So, marriage is off to a fantastic start. That's unfortunate. God damn. Things got dark real fast. Band of Lost Birds. A wounded and disillusioned mercenary group has arrived at the county of Bern. The locals claim to have overheard talk of settling down after pillaging an easy target, and have begun to grow anxious. Tensions are high, and conflict is likely to arise if I do not intervene in the matter. I can offer them a position at the city garrison. Who are we dealing with here? This evil ravener, severely injured, not worth much of anything. No reason to offer them a position in the city garrison. What does this give us? Veteran mercenaries hired as instructors. Also with control growth, where? In Bern. I think Bern is probably fine right now. Not even under our direct control. They're doing okay. We don't need any help. We could implore them to leave. Ooh. That could go horribly wrong. If we fail at this, then they will loot our county. If we succeed, it'll help us out in a couple different ways, but if we fail, that's not good. Force them out of the city. Oh, that's definitely our calling, right? Look at our marshal. We're brave, we're a brilliant strategist, we're the terrible. I think this is our option. Let the locals handle it is the other option, which is, that's not what I think an arrogant king would do. Force them out of the city. You organize a preemptive strike, using the local garrison in a surprise attack to push the Vandals out. It's a martial challenge. 0% chance that the mercenaries slaughter the soldiers. 100% chance that the soldiers subdue the mercenaries. We get some gold, some prestige, and the local garrison is using elite tactics. Oh, very nice. Yes, force them out of the city. We'd be foolish not to go with this one. Perfect. Mercenary threat subdued. Nice. I think that's another new event. Hostile scheme. How long will you take? Another 9 months. How are our truces looking? 3 years, 10 months. So we can go to war with the King of Navarra shortly after we murder his queen. Oh, I really hope we succeed. That sounds kind of poetic. And remember, we don't have to fabricate claims. We have the struggle clash available to us, so we don't even have to fabricate claims or anything like that. But the question becomes, do we go for independence and kill our king, or do we go for another county in Navarra? That becomes the question. Catalyst triggered. King Garcia became either friends or lovers with an involved ruler, moving us towards conciliation. Okay, fair enough. Alfonso died in my dungeons, fair enough. My spouse aids in my martial studies. Nice. Can't complain about that. Look at that huge bump we just got to our chivalry focus there. A dead wife, a dead daughter. Yeah, we're doing great. For real, right? Like, what a start. What a start. It's okay. Soon we'll have a dead liege, and then things will be much better. Though I need to also hold on. Am I doing? I'm not. What I need to do is use my ability to sway my vassals. Start this scheme. Send a gift, perhaps. 110. No count of mine is worth 110 gold. Because again, I want to get that high partition. We are 49 years old, but we do join in battle and stuff. The reason why I want high partition again is because we have the Duchy of Gascogne, but the Duchy of what's it called? Oh, I get to the Duchy screen. Forget the shortcut for it. Shift Q. The Duchy of Armagnac will form. Under the current Confederate partition, the Duchy of Armagnac will form and will be given to my second son, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why I want high partition, so we don't get that happening. The women were just holding you back. Oh my. Does the king like me? No. I don't think we like each other. I don't think we like each other very much. So, it's okay. He'll be gone soon. The Drink of Life. My agents have acquired a discreet powder which leaves no trace when dissolved in drink. The servants responsible for refilling and handling Queen Leodegundia's cup have been bribed to look the other way, and all that remains is my approval to smuggle the poison into her next refreshing drink. 39% chance of success is very low, but we'll try it. A toast to Queen Leodegundia's health. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Queen Leodegundia survived the poison. Unfortunately, one of her scullery maids helped herself to a sip of the drink before serving her lady, and a dead servant is apparently a deterrent. And if that wasn't bad enough, one of the other servants showed no hesitation in pointing me out as the culprit behind the attempt. The gall of her servants. Yeah, she's going to be too watchful to try and murder her now, so that's out of the question, unfortunately. If I did try... Oh, they don't like me. If I did try to murder her, I can't do it for another 10 years. They got away with it, I suppose. They got away with it, I suppose. It's okay. We'll take his territory piece by piece. We'll do that instead. That's its own form of vengeance, right? You're saying to kill my count here. How likely... I'm already scheming. I don't want to cancel my current scheme. Okay, no time has been wasted, I suppose. Fine, cancel that. Over to my marshal. Let me see how long it'll take. Let me see how long it'll take if I try to murder him. 14 months. A very low chance of success. If he catches me, I'm basically throwing high partition out the window. I don't think that's the right call. I don't think that's the right call. I think we need to... I think we'll use the swaying, get high partition, and then I'll fire him. I don't even have to kill him. I'm gonna stick to that. That's the final call on that. I think that's the more appropriate way to go about it. Because if we get him to hate us too much, then there's no recovering from that. Now, if I do try to kill my king, 13% chance of success. We can of course get his wife involved. He has a food taster, unfortunately, but he's no longer getting anyone to manage his. What's it called? His guard, his royal guard. I could petition my liege into making me a spy master. I'm only a little worse than his current spy master, but that would give me a lot of power. I have a hook on his spy master. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. This is perfect. This is perfect. I say we make our move. Try to murder the king. The secrecy is very low. I don't like that. Begin our scheme. Go ahead and take a look at our guest list, let's call it. We've got the Spy Master. Okay, so the Spy Master is actually more powerful than the Spouse. I had those backwards when I mentioned it earlier. Oh, the Food Taster can be convinced too. Easy. This is easy. Okay, is this... I don't want to... He can be convinced. Can I convince him using just money? No, it'll have to be a hook, eh? The reason why I don't want to waste that hook on this. I want to use that hook for our independence... what's it called? Faction when the time comes. So let's not be too hasty. The Queen, though, this hook we can absolutely use. There's nothing else to use it for, really. So we'll use the strong hook, and it'll survive. We can use it afterwards as well if we need to. Let's invite you to the scheme. That'll be huge for us. And then we've got the Food Taster as well, with a little bit of grease on his palms. He'll join in. I don't even know if we need him, to be honest, because we've got the Spouse. So let's see what she says. I mean, she'll say yes, but let's see how it affects our success chance. 67%, not good enough. We'll get the Food Taster involved as well. Bribe you, not too expensive. Get you in here. And he will say yes, as long as time passes. There we go. There we go. As high as it can get. 95%. Secrecy is at 95% as well. 13 months, the king will be dead. The realm will be split. And then we'll be able to push for independence. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now, at the same time, I could go to war. The truce is almost over. I could go to war with Navarra. What do we have here? Discipline and loyalty. Knowing how soldiers act around each other and noticing how freely information and rumor flows, I'm struck by an idea. If some of my own soldiers were to infiltrate King Charles's army, they might offer a different insight into his plans. Oh. Murder gains soldier source. We don't need it. It reduces secrecy a bit, but it does sound fun and kind of cool. Gossip spreads very fast among soldiers. I could learn a lot, as long as my agents stay out of trouble. I will not gamble on where the loyalties of a common soldier truly lies. No. It's available because we're a strategist, so that's interesting. Time for Charles to get some new recruits. Again, we're at max success chance. Might have been a foolish choice there, but it does sound interesting. Oh, secrecy is still through the roof, so we're fine. We're fine. Martial perk available. Let's go ahead and get ourselves Stalwart Leader. Get that extra prowess as we age. Get us to 15. And that's not too bad. Not too bad. What do you guys think? Do we declare this war down south? 3 months left. Or do we put ourselves, keep ourselves in a position to push for independence? What do you have? 735. You're allied with Asturias still. Another 1,700, so 2,400 altogether versus my 1,400. I could get some mercenaries. They're still kind of pricey for me. So I could get my allies to join in instead. Toulouse has 1,000, and Lotharingia, still strong, has 3,000. So we could go to war with Navarra as soon as the truce is over, which will be in a month. Aegis, what did I miss? Oh, quite a bit. Did you just join in? Quite a bit. But fear not, the VOD will be up as soon as the stream is done, and you'll be able to catch up, and we'll be back next week again on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, continuing the story. But you've missed the stream today for the most part. Sorry, bud. Learning language of an involved ruler. All right, good stuff. Not the direction we want things to go. I need to get a bit more hostile, I think. I need to start pushing things in our direction, because we want hostility. We don't want conciliation. We want hostility. Speed things up a bit more. Oh, a little too much. I want to make sure. The truce is done. Truce is done. The murder will take another 6 months. If I declare this war now, get one more county. Bring our allies in. Oh, you know what? We don't have prestige for both of our allies. We don't have the prestige for both of our allies, so I do need to be careful about that. You know, let's hold off. A little bit more prestige, and then we'll do it. Maybe I'll throw a feast or something. Let's call a hunt. Brave as we are, we can reduce some of our stress as well. Let's call a hunt, sound the horn, and see if we can't improve our prestige and then go to war. That was a risk. That was a risk. Nico opened it but fell asleep. Hey, I'm glad that you're at least getting sleep, buddy. Glad you can make it, though. Thanks for dropping by, Nico. How's it going, bud? Caught it a wee bit earlier? All right, sounds good, sounds good. Yeah, the VODs go up immediately after the stream. They're always available for watching. I don't tuck them away. The only time they take a bit longer to go live, like as a VOD, sorry, is when YouTube spends too long processing the beginning. But I think 3-hour streams tend to be okay. An errant heir. What's going on here? My son, Count Garcia, went on ahead of the group, chasing a stag. I follow close behind, and I find him standing above a commoner, tugging an arrow out of the poor man's chest. As soon as he sees me, he hides the arrow behind his back. It was a stag, father, I swear. Soon enough, the rest of the party will catch up and demand an explanation. My heir did this. Not my second son, but my heir. I need more piety to declare that war? Ah, god damn it. Good point. Good spot. Garcia fought valiantly to save him. I saw it. Alright, there's a slight chance that people buy that lie, and it actually helps us out a bit. We must cover this up. It's an intrigue challenge, that. Alright, we managed to hide the body, or the secret gets exposed. Garcia must answer for his crime. No, of course not. And too bad the stag got you both. No, I'm not going to kill my own son. How good is my second son? Is that why you were asking, Conrado? My second son is, not that great. My first son, despite being hunchbacked, is going to get married to a comely lass, and he has a decent stewardship, good diplomacy, and all right martial. Okay learning. He's fine. He's fine. Compassionate, it says. He just killed a man in cold blood. It must have been a mistake. I'm not gonna kill him. We're not gonna kill him. He did lie to us, which I don't like. But he is our son. He is our son. Surely that means something, right? Now the question is, do we cover it up, or do we make stories here? I say we cover it up. I say we cover it up, as opposed to try and tell a tall tale. Because our diplomacy is not that great. We know it's not our strength, so why would we risk our son's appearances? We must cover this up. God damn it, the body is found. My wife exposes the secret. Oh, what is my court be damned? God damn it. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the mountains behind as the servants prepare the stag and other game for the journey back. Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were silver linings to be found. We return home in disappointment. However, we have gained enough prestige to make a move. A couple interesting things going on right now, though. In 5 months' time, our king will be slain. I have enough prestige to get both of my allies to join in on the war against Navarra. And my agent, Frederick, approaches me with a bunch of parchment clutched in his hands. I found old architectural sketches of the king's castle. They might be a bit outdated, but look here. Looks like a tunnel we can use. Oh, gaining progress. I do like that. That looks like a tunnel we can use. What are we looking at here? 4 months. I feel like the realm divide and the fight for independence maybe should take priority over our wars with Navarra. We could also, right, we can only have one hostile scheme. I was thinking about fabricating hooks on the Duchy of Aquitaine. I could... Oh, you know what I could do? I could send our spy master to find secrets in the Duke's court and try and get a hook on him as well. If I don't have him as a friend, I can at least have a hook on him. What does that do for our scheme? Still 95% success chance. Good stuff. Because then in 5 months' time, I might have a hook on the Duke of Aquitaine, and the Duke of Toulouse, and that would allow us to get them both involved in the independence struggle against our new king when the realm is divided. I like this. I like this. Yes, that's correct. Sexuality does not stop you from having children. It just reduces chances depending on what your sexuality is. There's bisexual, asexual, and homosexual, and based on and there's heterosexual. And based on your sexuality, your chance of having children changes, but you can still have children. Otherwise, it would be a potential dead end to your game if you could just not have kids because of how the regular succession works. My wife doesn't like my previous sons. She wants her own kid to be heir until she gets us a kid that survives childbirth. She can keep her opinion to herself. Demonstration of leadership makes me sound terrible. My son Anso has been hovering around my council meetings lately. Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help but feel that the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There's something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. I could discuss methods of communication, gain some martial lifestyle experience, and so gain some opinion of me. Or we should go greet some recruits. Again, martial experience, but I become a respected figurehead at Ipuscoa. Let's go greet some recruits. I think that's more fitting for a leader, like a war leader type king, right? Let's go meet some recruits. Cool. 5 months. Yeah, I think we're getting there. How do you find out what your sexuality is? It is right over. Oh, there we go. I thought for some reason I had it in my head. It was up over here, but it's over here. So we're heterosexual. Our wife is heterosexual as well. But yeah, there are the sexualities I mentioned earlier. Those are the sexualities that can occur in the game, if memory serves me right. All right, I'm just waiting for this murder opportunity to trigger. If all goes well, this goes to you, this goes to you. We're going to have the realm split in twain. in Aquitaine. Oh man, oh boy. Oh boy. How is the struggle looking? Conciliation is really taking the lead here. I gotta like break some truces or something. I gotta get a bit more aggressive. I think I'm going to be the one pushing towards hostility primarily. I gotta get a little bit more aggressive. Prestige is looking good. Money's looking alright. We won't be able to afford any mercenaries, unfortunately, still. Quite a few of them have been hired already, even. But I think our allies will join us to deal with Asturias and Navarra both. I always want chaos. My agents have acquired a discreet powder which leaves no trace when dissolved in drink. The servants responsible for refilling and handling King Charles's cup have been bribed to look the other way, and all that remains is my approval to smuggle the poison into his next refreshing drink. We know the food taster is also in our pocket. Literally, we paid for his help in this matter. So let us murder our liege. A toast to King Charles II's health. Drink of life. King Charles is dead, killed by a deep draught of spiced wine. My agent slipped the poison into his goblet and watched it dissolve without a trace. Only when his throat swelled shut did he realize something was wrong, but by then it was far too late. Fortunately, my agent slipped out well before the effects of the poison revealed that something was afoot. Cheers, King Charles. You fool. I love it. Absolutely fantastic, and it looks like... Okay, yeah. West Francia and Aquitaine are now two separate kingdoms. As I said, the kingdom has been split in twain. But that gives us an opportunity to take on our new liege. Oh. Okay, I was like, is he a giant? He looks like a giant. And push for independence against him. We have a hook on the Duke of Toulouse. We are working, right now we're working on getting secrets in his court, but with a murder done, we can now transition into trying to actually fabricate a hook directly on him as well if we feel like we need him involved. 90% chance of success, 21 months it'll take. Hopefully some events will happen that'll speed it up. But if we have a hook on both the Duke of Aquitaine, and the Duke of Toulouse, we'll be able to fight for independence from our liege and become our own people. Continue our push into the Iberian Peninsula. War with Navarra up next as well. But independence, I think, is the first priority. Folks, on this wondrous note, is where we're going to be calling it a session today. I hope you had a good time. Lots of interesting stuff went down. I mean, the wedding took quite a bit of time, but it was interesting to explore that new mod. Again, I want to mention really quickly, folks, if you had a good time today, I will be back on Monday next week at 10 a.m. Eastern, so same start time as today. We'll be continuing the story then as we declare war against our liege, as we organize our independence faction, I should specify, and declare war against our liege, get freedom for ourselves, and then move further south into the Iberian Peninsula. That's the plan for next session on Monday. Again, to stay up to date with the schedule, you can either follow me on Twitter or join us on Discord. Discord is also just a great place to hang out with just fantastic folks. Links to both of those are in the description down below, or again, !social should bring those links up in chat as well. I hope you all had a good time today. If you did have a good time, again, don't hesitate to hit that like button on your way out, whether you're watching live or you're watching the VOD. Leave a like, leave a comment if you're watching the VOD. It really helps me just, again, figure out what people are liking, what I can change to make it a more interesting experience. But it's been a fantastic return to streaming. It's been great to see over 200 of y'all just coming through, hanging out, and more beyond when the VOD goes live. So thank you all very much for the company today. I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll be back on Friday for those of you who are interested in watching me take on Disco Elysium. My plan is to kick that playthrough off this Friday starting at 10 a.m. Eastern as well. So that'll be fun. And congrats, there will be other playthroughs as well. Yes, we're doing them one at a time as we've done in the past, but this is the first one we'll be tackling, and then we're going to keep the streams going and doing new stories for sure. Absolutely. Lanky Lankerson, just as I get in for work, you finish. Poor timing. But the VOD will be up right away. As soon as the stream ends, the VOD will go up. So don't worry about that. And true, Conrado, we might be able to do our independence struggle with just Toulouse and Lotharingia. We might be able to do it even sooner. You're absolutely right. Leo Fjordson, glad you can make it. And Swoosh Kid as well. Hey, bud. I'm sorry if I missed anybody in chat earlier. I try to keep an eye on chat as best as possible. So I do apologize if I missed you guys earlier, but thank you all again for coming through. Hope you had a good time. I will catch you in the Discord, or I'll catch you during our stream on Friday, or I'll catch you on Monday when we're back with our with our tale of basking in glory. As always, a huge thanks to all of these super chatters today and everyone who remembered or became a new member. On which note, of course, no session is truly over without me giving a massive thanks to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel month after month, year after year. It makes a massive difference just keeping the channel alive and running smoothly, keeping these streams viable, and just allowing all this to happen. So thank you so very, very much. And of course, a massive thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching as well. Without each and every one of you, this wouldn't be, none of this would be happening. So thank you all very much. The VOD again will be live as soon as the stream is done, and we'll be back to stream once more next week, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the week if I don't catch you between now and then. But until next time, thank you all for coming through again, and cheers.